the link for the
Global infrastructure is crumbling this evening as the Nintenbyte Podcast continues its unprecedented rise. In cities across the globe, fans are rioting. The Pentagon has issued a statement describing the Nintenbyte Podcast network as a pixel-based prophecy. Some say the rise was foretold, others say it's just a really good podcast. We're talking twisted nipples, milk, and a sock puppet who doesn't talk.
It's dangerous to go alone. Watch this.
Welcome to the Nintenbyte Podcast, bitch.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the greatest Nintendo podcast ever!
Yeah! Is that a Joy-Con in your pants, or are you just happy to see us?
Shut up! Now feel the power. Everyone, do you feel that?
Oh my god, I feel it!
I feel it too, GameBird. What is it?
It's the power of our podcast.
I feel it!
This is rad, Nintenbyte.
So rad.
Power. Now bask in their glory.
I'm Nintendo Prime. Oh, baby.
I'm ThunderStash.
I'm GameBird Classic.
Nintenbyte rules.
Let's rock.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Nintenbyte Podcast season, what is this, 3, episode 12. Oh man, we have a not a jam-packed show today. Just 4 of us. Eric vanished into the ether and got replaced by Sandstorm. I don't know how that happened, but things happen. It is what it is. We got all black shirts on as well, I've noticed. So I don't think we've ever had a whole show where everyone's wearing black.
Dark Omen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That being said, guys, it's going to be a good show today. We got to talk about some Nintendo Direct and 40th anniversary / Metroid Prime / who the hell knows what else. There's rumors flying around for September and onward. This month, we have tons of game demos and stuff happening because there's just events going on, right? ZA this weekend begins with Pokemon Worlds. Then we have the Fan Expo in Canada. Then Gamescom. And we're going to talk about Gamescom because they're doing a show, an event, Opening Night Live on the 19th. So we'll be talking about that as well and maybe doing some light predictions for it. Maybe some heavy ones based on what ThunderStash put in the chat. So we might be going super deep on that one, which is fine because that is a huge event. That's basically the closest thing to E3 because it's always called E3 of Europe. Well, E3 doesn't exist. So this is E3. So we'll see what's up with there. And Nintendo's there. So you never know. You never know if they might. I doubt they're participating in Opening Night Live, but we'll see. You never know. We do need at least a release date for something in September, I hope. And obviously PAX West, which the whole Nintenbyte crew will be there. Not this crew, like Eric. He's just not here. But
we'll tag team back.
We'll be there if you guys want to meet up with us there and playing demos. The emails are rolling in right now for all sorts of demos and fun stuff. I've even been contacted by Nintendo. Happy about that one. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to do a private demo, but that's okay. I heard the demos are going to be the same privately as they are publicly. So it's just like a private play session, basically. Skip the line kind of thing. It doesn't matter, guys. The Nintendo booth, I'm going to be doing, like, I'm going to play those demos like 7 times. I'm going to be going in circles. It's just how it is, because that's what that's what my channel's all about. That said, there's some big third-party games as well at some of the other booths. I know, what is it? Capcom Stash was one, had some really big ones.
Yep, Capcom. So
I'll definitely be going there. If you guys want to know in general for any of our hands-on stuff, ThunderStash is going to be doing like all the game impressions, because that's what his channel does, right? He does impressions reviews. My channel, I'll probably have some impressions, but only of things coming to like Switch 2. Maybe like Switch, if like it's a really cool indie game I really want to talk about. But you guys know I don't do a ton of impressions, but I do like to do some for these events when they're bigger games. And you guys seem to like when I do that. I believe GameBird, I don't know. I can't remember what you were going to do. I think you need to talk about a behind the scenes vlog.
Yeah, I want to do some game impressions as well. Probably not as many as Stash, but there's definitely going to be some key stuff that I'm going to want to cover, especially if we get to play some of these big Nintendo games, like, I don't know, maybe Hyrule Warriors. So, like, obviously, I'm definitely going to be covering that sort of stuff. There also might be some indies as I start to bleed more into my content, into, you know, covering specific games. I might cover some of the indies that we see there. But yes, I do want to do kind of a Nintenbyte podcast behind the scenes. It's our first trip, guys. Hanging out. So covering the magic that happens at PAX, and maybe a little bit of the mystical nonsense that happens when we leave PAX.
Oh, I can't wait. That's probably the best parts of whatever this mystical vlog is, let me tell you. It hasn't even happened yet. I'm already excited. All right, guys. That's cool. So let's go around the room, introduce ourselves quick. Let's start with our guest, aka our co-host tonight, Sandstorm McDowell. How's it going, man?
I'm doing great. What's up? It's the guy, the lightning, the fast all-time greatest record, Mr. Sandman. Good night. I am Sandstorm McDowell, if anybody knows Super Punch Out.
I know exactly.
That was great.
I'm doing great. Having a great time. Can't wait for this podcast, because there's so much to talk about, and especially with Gamescom coming. There's
Next week onward, as a news channel, I'm excited. Like, it's a very slow week this week because it's the calm before we're about to be just ramrodded for the rest of the month. So, and then supposedly directs in September. So, and there's gonna be a nice little run of news here. It's gonna be fun. Then we got the GameBird.
What's up? Happy to be here. It's another week, baby. We're getting closer and closer to crazy Switch news, closer to PAX. I'm just getting excited. My body's ready. I'm feeling pumped, and I'm ready to talk some games.
Yeah, if you're not ready to talk some games,
what's wrong? What am I doing here? Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'm like, Reggie, you're taking too long to talk. Come on, get it out. ThunderStash Gaming's here.
Yep, very excited. Very busy week. As always, I was just telling the guys I was working on a review. I had it. This is some of the behind the scenes stuff you guys don't get to hear. I had the review 98% export it, and the whole computer froze. Control, delete, didn't even work. Had to do a 10-second power button hold. So that's what I'll be doing right after the podcast, is re-exporting that and picking up where I left off. Fun stuff. Yeah, so I'm able to share just a little bit. Nate, GameBird, they know already. But I'll let you guys know this, but I can't give any other details. Nintendo did reach out to me, which is awesome. It was about PAX, and it is about a meeting. Let's just say a meeting with them. And now, Nate, did they reach out to you as well?
Yeah.
So then
they did, but they're not inviting me to play. They want to know if I was going to be there. I said yes. Okay. And then they said, stay tuned. We're going to email you sometime in the next week or so about what demos they're going to have. But they didn't invite me to a play session. So I don't really know what's happening there. And so I also reached out to my other contact I have through their PR company to see, like, hey, Is it like why are they even talking to me if I'm not being invited?
Okay.
So I don't know. It's
I
whatever.
was curious.
Maybe they just wanted to know I was going to be there because I bring attention to their booth or something. I have no idea.
I think my invite may have been lost in the mail, or I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to reach out and see.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna
you're best friends with Doug, so you're just
That's true.
grandfathered in. Your grandfather in.
Yeah, you guys are really close. I don't even want to talk about how close you guys are. But no, the email did say I'm allowed to share this. I'm not allowed to like obviously share any other details after that.
Yeah.
But it was for me and my colleagues who will be helping. So I presume we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
I'll be getting further details shortly. So
Yeah, that's why I wasn't as worried if I don't get a full invite to the back. Stash has one, so and from what I'm understand, they are going to be the same games as are on the floor. But again, you get this unique opportunity where you're skipping the lines. Sometimes they just take you into the booth area. Sometimes they have a private area, and Nintendo does have 2 booths, so one of them could be the private area.
it is.
Yeah, one of the business areas. So, yeah, it'll be a good time because sometimes, and I don't know, we don't know because we're not there and the details aren't shared yet, and at least not with me. But I know from experience with doing this in the past with Nintendo at E3, sometimes they let you use capture equipment and get direct feed footage because they're treating you like media. Sometimes.
Well, I was going to say that was also in the email. I think I'll be able to share that, but
okay. Yeah, I'm just speaking from my experience in the past. I don't have the email, so
yeah, which is great for all of us because I'll capture it and we can all use it.
Yeah, you just want to use the footage, and then I can combine it also with show floor footage of playing, and it'll be cool. Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty cool to get that, because what's cool about skipping the line is sometimes they let you play the demo longer too. So that's always kind of neat. Kind of depends on the session, but we'll see. Obviously, they really want media to play something. One of these demos really matters to them a lot.
Since you're my colleague, I'll give you more details, of course, like after the show, because I know how long it is and everything.
Yeah,
how long we have all that.
Oh, do you? Oh, you have all those details.
Okay, yeah. I do, and you guys are legit my colleagues, so I'm gonna legit share it with you, but obviously it has to stay.
Well,
you can't make it into one of your news segments.
Yeah, that's why I was speaking. On my experience in the past. I actually don't know what's in his email. I have a rough idea because I've done this in the past, but I don't know the exact details for this particular event. And that's okay. Maybe I get a private invite anyways, which is fine. If I end up getting invited too, right? I'm like, oh, look, we set up 2 sessions and my colleagues are now coming with me.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea, actually.
That's so funny. I love how Stash targeted you, Prime, and didn't tell me, and you can't turn this into one of your unhinged skits.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's not worried about your skits because by the time you get to the skit part, because your skits take a long time, right? So if you get the information today, it's going to appear in a skit 3 months from now.
Yeah, that's true.
Then it won't matter. It's all good
that's
then.
True.
That's true.
Me, I'm pulling breaking news off our podcast last week from Attack the Backlog and Switch Force. So, I get it. Stash is telling me, calm down, Nate. You're going to ruin this for all of us. I got it. Good. I know how these events work. All right. That being said, I'm Nintendo Prime, guys, and I got to start my little segment with inspired by ThunderStash to get the RC Cola. I couldn't find any normal RC Cola, but then I just happened to walk into a dollar store and they had the berries and cream. What is this? What even is? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have it and I'm going to enjoy it, I think.
How is it?
Oh my God. That shouldn't even exist.
So it's very good.
He was vaping it.
What? Wait, Nate, what's the flavor again?
For Eric, I might be drinking the second can. What?
What's the flavor of that one again?
Berries and cream.
Berries and cream.
Creamy. Doesn't look very creamy, but it tastes creamy. It's good stuff. Anyways, All right. Let's go and get some topics all picked here. Let's start with the Stash Man. What do you want? I think I know what you want, but I have no idea.
Yeah, you're right. I'll take Gamescom.
But, I put like no notes for it, so I'm like,
yeah, I got a game plan for it. So.
Yeah, I figured you had a game plan for it, so I'm like, all right, that one probably works. GameBird.
I hate to do this, man.
I'm getting the dealer's choice.
I know what this means.
I'm going to choose topic 1, the 3 direct plan, or more.
The guy who ran out of time to come up with more topics today didn't ask anyone for help, by the way, because I knew I wasn't going to have time to read the chat to put notes in. Okay, so I have dealer's choice. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you're watching live, please super chat in some topic ideas because I don't have any. I am blank. So one of you guys might be able to directly contribute to a topic tonight, or 2. We'll see how the show goes. All right. All right, yeah, screw it. Let's just get into this. I got to stop talking. Good thing I'm out the first topic. ThunderStash. What are we talking about?
Okay, so yeah, Gamescom Opening Night Live next week. Nate, what time's it at again? Here in the States?
Opening Night Live. I think it's at 1 p.m. Central on Tuesday.
Yeah, so don't be confused. It's nighttime in Germany.
Yeah.
Of course, it happens during the day here when, a lot of us might be at work. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to pull up the list of games that we know are coming and then the developers that are going to be there because, again, one thing we were talking about earlier is that with Gamescom, there's a lot of people there and we don't have E3 anymore. So this kind of serves as not the new E3, but again, Nate, you were saying the E3 of Europe is how it's always been looked at. And now that E3 is not here, how do we view it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's that new event happening next year by the ESA, but we'll talk about that later. Yep, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that way closer to when the event's going because it sounds like we're probably all going to go to that one.
All right, so let me get zoomed in here. Okay, so let's start at the top here. We got 2K.
Mm-hmm.
What could 2K be bringing outside of NBA 2K? And let's say Borderlands 4. Is there anything that you guys are thinking of?
From 2K specifically, I know they're owned by Take-Two and they have other studios, but 2K is a very specific part of the company. I would assume that it's probably just going to be Borderlands. Probably, I mean, they could get NBA in there, but I think Borderlands is the one that's probably the one they want to put the most marketing behind. I mean, it has demos at Gamescom. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be Borderlands. I don't think they're going to be pushing much else. Because we got Opening Night Live, of course, guys. For those who don't know, it's all the companies. It's kind of like the like what Jeff Keighley does with Summer Game Fest when he has the opening show. It's kind of like that. It's a show that has all the companies have like usually a game. So that's the game I think they're going to focus on.
Okay, GameBird, what do you think?
I agree with that. I think Borderlands is going to be the focus, and then obviously at Gamescom, I think they'll have their stations for Mafia and all the sports games and Borderlands pushing that one. But I agree with Nate. I don't think there's going to be any shock announcements coming from 2K, at least not now.
Okay, Sandstorm.
Yeah, my sentiments are pretty much the same. I was going to say the only other thing that I could think of, and GameBird had already said it, was Mafia, kind of pushing that title a little bit more and allowing people who don't have the purchase to try it out a little bit more. But outside of that, you may get a surprise release date of when 2K is exactly coming out, but outside of that, I don't really see too much.
do you guys think we'll see Borderlands 4 Switch 2 version at all in any capacity at Gamescom?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like it'll be
Totally.
playable, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
playable.
absolutely.
At Nintendo's booth.
But do you think they'll show any of the footage during opening night live? Will they focus on the PS5?
I think they're probably gonna show whatever the best version of the game is, and then just have all the
Yeah.
logos.
PC
Yeah.
or PS5.
Agreed.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, next up is Aerosoft. Are you guys familiar with Aerosoft?
I've never even
I-
heard of this company, to be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah.
with you.
Same. I just had to look it up, and
Looks like they do simulators.
yeah, it's a flight type simulator. It looks like maybe a train simulator,
Tractor?
tractor. I'm seeing all sorts of
Oh yeah, just
construction stuff here.
like a land vehicle simulator.
All right. I don't know what we could really predict from that because I'm not familiar with their game. How about Astragon? Do we know Astragon?
Look this up. The name doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. I'm looking at them. They're also a big simulator.
I was just gonna say they look like they do simulator stuff too.
I think they
Interesting.
do a lot. They have firefighting simulator Ignite, which I think I recently got an email about that. If I wanted to play the game. Seafar the ship sim, which is like it looks like a naval. No, not naval. I don't know. That looks interesting. Police simulator, patrol officers. Construction simulator, titanium edition. Construction simulator 4, my God. Bus simulator. Railroads simulator. Dude, they're the kings of simulators. I didn't know this. I learned something new today.
They're the king of games I do not play.
Same here. Okay. Bandai Namco, though. We do know them very well.
Mm-hmm.
What do
Yeah,
you think
I-
they could be showing?
So I think the Blood of Dawnwalker. Definitely going to see more information on that. I'm actually really excited about that game because it's, it's like Blade, but like old school, I guess. Anyway, Little Nightmares 3. I definitely think we're going to get that. And Code Vein 2 specifically. I think we're gonna see more of Code Vein 2 as well. Now, whether we see them on Switch or any of that, I'll reserve that. But I do definitely think we'll see at least those 3 titles, maybe more. They also have Tawa and the Guardian of the Sacred Tree too. So I know that got shown off at a direct, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think between the 4 of those games, and then they have the Digimon game as well, which is not out yet, right?
No, it's not out yet.
So I think that, so maybe that too. So maybe they actually have a plethora of games that they're willing to show off. But Hot Shots also. I forgot about
They have
that.
a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot that they could show, right, guys? Like Elden Ring, Tarnished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's being shown. I think it gets a release date next week.
Finally.
So I think Bandai Namco will show at least one new game that we haven't seen yet. And I think one that
is
could
what
be a
I'm
great,
curious.
the one that I think could be a great fit for Gamescom is a brand new Tales game, a brand new entry in the Tales series.
Don't
Nice.
say that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been a while now since the last Tales, which was
I
actually a
know.
great game.
Yeah.
So I totally
Make me
could see
have
them.
to change my pants on the show.
The last
Man.
one was on Game Gear, right? The last Tales game. Talking about that Tales,
Sure.
right?
Absolutely. No, I think a new Tales game I'm gonna predict. We're getting at least one new reveal from it's Bandai Namco, dude. They have so many games under their belt. If it's not Tales, some sort of a new anime game. I agree with Sandstorm. I think one of their big showcases will be Code Vein 2, a game that I'm really excited about. I think the first Code Vein was a decent Souls-like. I'm hoping this one, kind of levels up the experience and, you feel the fun coursing through your veins this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Tales and then a slew of games. I think we're going to be seeing those Switch 2 logos. This is stuff we talked about during Summer Games Fest that we didn't really get. Yeah. I think, we were all like, oh, dude, you're going to be seeing so many Switch 2 logos. And we saw like one for, I forget what it was.
A game that was already announced.
Yeah. So I think this time is the time that we're just going to be seeing a lot of that sort of stuff. But Tales, that's my guess. So that's my big guess.
Okay.
All right. I'll throw one more in there on top of it because I think all the ones you guys mentioned, yeah. Pac-Man, right? Pac-Man World Repack 2.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a station for that.
Yeah. Has
I don't know if
anyone
there's
played that
anything
game
else.
before?
What, like back in the day?
Yeah, because I've never played it, but I love Pac-Man.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
It's really
great
fun.
game.
It's got
Fun?
quite the glow up. They did a video in the last week showing side by side comparison of the
Right.
original to today, and it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool, man, to see it come to life now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Next up we have Bethesda, man. Like sky's the limit, right? Because there's so many great Bethesda titles that came out on PS4 and Xbox One that could be ported over to Switch 2. So what do we think we could possibly see there?
Easy. Elder Scrolls 6, baby. I'm kidding. I'm totally
I was like, you
kidding.
think it's
We're not
finally
sticking-
time?
I could see that at opening night live.
Next gen.
but I
Next
don't-
gen. We see Elder Scrolls 6
The
next
thing is,
gen.
here's the thing: they're targeting Elder Scrolls to come out next year. Like that is what they have publicly put out there. They want it to be 2026. So
Not
it's like
happening.
if it is, they got to show it here.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to. They could wait and do it at the Game Awards. I guess that would be
Game
a really,
Awards is a better fit. I
really
think.
big get for Jeff Keighley. Would probably
Yeah.
be 6
Yeah.
there.
I can see him now. We have a live.
However, a real prediction from me though is Outer Worlds 2, Switch 2, coming to Switch 2.
Do you think they'll give us a more
Doom
proper
DLC.
version of Outer Worlds 1 on Switch
No.
to help Part 2 sell better?
No,
It would be nice if they
What?
I mean, if we got the confirmation that it's coming to Switch 2 and then they announced a patch, like a shadow drop patch for an important performance boost.
Yeah.
Just watch.
I mean,
Bethesda's at Gamescom, and all it is just Doom the Dark Age demos.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that. And
I
Indiana
think
Jones.
Doom DLC would be a good one for Bethesda because I don't think we're going to see a new game from them there.
Yeah, a
Really?
DLC could be. Yeah.
Realistically, I would like them to just drop Oblivion and just call it good. Oblivion for Switch, call it a day.
That's one we've talked about a lot ever since it was announced, that it just feels like a perfect fit for Switch 2 on many levels.
I'll say this: any game that's already announced, that we are hoping gets also announced for Switch 2. I think that's more likely for like a Nintendo Direct than an event like this.
That's true.
You know,
That's very true.
like Oblivion, like that's only going to be a big deal to people on Nintendo. So you would probably want to be at a Nintendo event.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that kills my next one, but that's true.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, is that with certain third-party games, I feel like if they end up having certain games on the show floor for people to demo, that's like a good opportunity for consumers to get their hands on some of these third-party games on the Switch 2 at this event and be like, oh shit, this looks great and it's portable. You know what I mean? I
will also say that will be an interesting one, right? So if you have Oblivion, hypothetically, let's just say Oblivion is there for the PS5 and it's also there for the Switch. You know what the main thing is going to be, people running back and forth and let me see how this looks on this versus this looks on that. And I don't know.
I also don't expect this year.
Yeah.
Many third-party booths to have Switch 2 units in them to demo games. Like, I'm not saying they can't. Obviously, they could, right? Especially because usually they're retail units anyways. It's just the build of the game. But I kind of feel like, just like at PAX West, I really only expect to see Switch 2 demos at Nintendo's booth. I don't think anyone else is going to, in particular, have specifically Switch 2 demos. I think it's going to be demos on hardware that makes their game look the best to people, you know. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. That'd be sick if there's other, companies with Switch 2 demos. But yeah, that's kind of like what I expect here at Gamescom as well. So for me, I think like any of this stuff that we see here is just going to be, like I can give you an example, like Crimson Desert. When that was released, they had 2 different types of demo stations. One was PC and one was and you were using an Xbox controller on PC. The other one was PS5. So they didn't show, in the Xbox version or anything like that. So companies just like to show things in their best light at a lot of these events.
Yeah.
Except for Nintendo. They only have the one system. So come to our booth and play the games here.
Do we think Indiana Jones Giants DLC?
Oh,
that's possible.
It's coming out in September.
Yeah, I would say that this would be a good chance to maybe market that. Yeah. And then also in the back of my mind, I kind of hope at the same time they announce the Switch 2 version. But
me too. Yeah,
I'm not going to do that for that. That won't happen. That won't happen here, anyways. But I wanted to.
Yeah,
that game's so good.
Avowed. Do we think Avowed comes to PS5?
I forgot about Avowed.
It didn't perform particularly well.
Yeah, I think it's obviously going to come. I mean, look, anything from Microsoft, I think is going to PS5.
Starfield.
Yeah,
I think especially Bethesda games.
It's just like, will they show it at this kind of event? I mean, they could, because Avowed would be a new game for a lot of people watching this event who don't own an Xbox or a PC game. Yeah, it's interesting because something like that. I always feel like, oh, you would save that for a state of play, or you would save that for your own Xbox Direct. But it's like, yeah, but I don't know what it is. Those state of plays and those Xbox Directs don't really get that much viewership relative to events like Opening Night Live.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of crazy. You go look at like the viewership on a state of play, and then you go look at like a Nintendo Direct, and you're like, oh, yeah, these are not the same thing. There's a difference.
They're also not as frequent these days. Like the last few years, they've been less frequent.
Yeah.
I will also say too that it's also Bethesda too. Obviously, they're under Microsoft, but I think the fact that it's also Bethesda kind of gives them like the Pokemon. What is that? The Pokemon group, Game Freak, kind of gives them like freedom, if you would, to freely kind of do their own thing as far as like trailers for other people. So if we're looking at like Sony, if Avowed or Starfield show up, it's just like, oh, we let Bethesda do whatever Bethesda does, and so it's here. It's not us. It's not Microsoft. It's just Bethesda doing their own thing.
The other one is, obviously, I mentioned this a lot about how much sense it makes to bring Fallout 4 to Switch 2. However, just Fallout in general, right? We got Season 2 coming out here in December. For Season 1, they patched Fallout 4 to perform at 4K 60 on PS5. Very nice performance patch. Felt like a new game. and that is a game that really needed it too, a performance patch. And so they did that, I think, to kind of like fill the gap, because all these people are like, well, what game should I play? This show's really cool. I haven't played the game. Which one should I play? And it's like, oh, all we have is this one that came out on PS4 in 2015. This is the newest one. And it's like, what? They're like, yeah, well, we don't know if we want to tell you to play Fallout 76, because, you know, it's very divided, that game. And then it's just different, right? It's not like your mainline Fallout. So my question is it's been 10 years since Fallout 4, which is very hard to believe. Dude, do they announce a new Fallout? Or is it still too soon? Is 10 years too soon still?
You know what? So I think now, if we didn't have the show, the TV show, I would say absolutely it's a good time. But I feel like now there are a lot of people who are kind of invested in that show. I think it's almost a better time to drop the name, like a new Fallout game, when you're ready to talk about season 2 of Fallout. Like,
it's coming out in December.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah,
well,
that's what I'm saying.
Then I lied. Then I guess this is a great time then.
Yeah, like now's the time when you have a stage. If you're going to do it, start getting people hyped for the show, and then make an announcement like this will get other people to be like, oh, you know what? I was meaning to watch this show and I didn't, because some people don't like to start a show when there's only one season.
Yeah.
And then wait. Yeah. So some people might be like, you know what? I'm going to watch this now. And then if it hits for them, they're like, yeah, this is cool. I want to see what the video game's like.
Yeah.
They just have a lot of opportunity here.
I don't think the time is right for a new Fallout game announcement. I think especially like just the fact that we haven't even seen Elder Scrolls 6 would just be annoying to a lot of people, because we've had so much Fallout. I think the better Fallout announcement would be giving like Fallout 3 or New Vegas the Oblivion treatment. Where you're doing
that'd be
like
huge,
an incredibly polished version, because I mean, Fallout, like obviously 1 and 2 were, you know, really neat games for the time, but the popularity really exploded with
they're
3.
isometric,
you know?
top-down games.
Yeah,
Kids
it's
today don't want to play that.
Absolutely. So I feel like giving Fallout 3 or New Vegas, or both for that matter, that Oblivion treatment would be a massive win. It wouldn't upset people who are, you know, going to be waiting 30 years for Elder Scrolls 6 at this point, but
yeah,
I think that's the better route.
I like that idea. I would love to see New Vegas. Awesome game.
Yeah,
I'd be all over that.
I need to finish New Vegas because I ran into the game-breaking glitch, and I was like, never again going to play this game. So if they could figure all that out, I would love to jump back into it.
That's part of Bethesda games right there. The bugs. Great games. Definitely a lot of bugs, but great games. All right. How about Blizzard?
Now this one, okay. I have to say, a lot of my wishful thinking does come on the side of Switch 2. I need Diablo 4 to be on the Switch 2.
Same.
I spent the last month and a half feverishly trying to not play that game, and last night I was just like, you know what? Let me just check it. And check-in turned into playing all night, and I was like, this is why I don't check in this game. So I need it to be in handheld form factor so I can at least lay in the bed while I play the game. But I also think it's I mean, we had Diablo 3, right, for the original Switch. So it only makes sense that game comes over. If you're and if I'm not mistaken, Diablo 2 is on there too, right? The remastered or whatever they did. Yeah. So it would only make sense
on my Switch.
It would only make sense
just like Doom. You know, like Doom, which again, that's another one, right?
Yeah.
We missed that one for Bethesda, but yeah, Doom, we've talked about that a ton. It's like all the Doom games are on Switch. And Diablo, like I have all the Diablo games, right, on Switch. They're all there. but with mouse Joy-Con, right? I think that'd be money.
Absolutely. I also would say too, and this one is actually more wishful thinking than anything, but the only other game that I know that Blizzard has in their stash that, all puns intended, has not made it to consoles in any kind of way is World of Warcraft. And by default, you have mouse controls to be able to play that game.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point. Never thought about WoW making it to Switch too. But yeah, when you bring that up, the mouse Joy-Cons, it's like, yeah, right. That would be the opportunity right there to have it on the go.
Yeah.
Oof. That's interesting. Tyler Quill in my chat, T Quill, he mentioned that again, there was even a Switch 1 themed Diablo bundle. And it's like, yeah, I forgot about that. There was.
Mm-hmm.
So like Diablo is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like how Monster Hunter got the 3DS, right? Back in the day.
It's where I played most of Diablo 3 was on my Switch. And I had both versions, PC and the Switch. And I chose to play the Switch version the most. A big part of that was just like couch co-op, having my buddy over who also has the game. Just made for dude. We used to put on like video game podcasts or like even like presentations and play Diablo 3 and watch and just chat. Fantastic time. I don't think we're gonna see Diablo, announced for Switch at Gamescom. I feel like D4 on Switch 2 is a big deal, and I do feel like that would be more of a Nintendo Direct. I don't know that we see anything Blizzard announced for Switch 2 at this, to be honest with you. What I would like to say, I'll give a wild card prediction. This won't happen in a million years, but GameBird would love to see it. Let's have Blizzard pull a Metroid Dread scenario where they announce that the once thought dead StarCraft Ghost is finally coming, and it's coming to Switch 2. Let's do that. Let's bring back StarCraft Ghost.
That's funny. See, I thought you were going to go somewhere else with it.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to go. Do you know where I'm going?
No, StarCraft 3?
StarCraft 64.
Oh, snap.
With mouse Joy-Con
on
controls.
NSO.
I mean, hey, we already know they can retroactively go back and add the mouse Joy-Con controls. They did it, of course, with Mario Paint. I forget, was StarCraft 64 compatible with the N64 mouse?
That I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'd love to see, honestly, I'd love to see StarCraft 1 and 2. I love those games. Fantastic story and just great RTS games. 2, I used to play with my buddy, the multiplayer. So much fun. Leveling up whatever hero you choose, good or bad, and just hours and hours of fun. Those would be awesome on Switch 2 with the mouse controls. I like that. But also bring back Ghost, please.
The only other options I think right now is Diablo, right? They're supposed to get an expansion. And Blizzard has their arcade collection that's already on Switch. I don't think we're going to get a new Lost Vikings anytime soon. Or a rock and roll racing. As much as I'd like to see that.
Dude, how wild would a new Lost Vikings be?
Either of those titles would be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Capcom. They're going to be busy.
Yeah, I don't think we see anything new from Capcom because they've got a full plate right now.
I think.
Was that?
I was gonna say I think they dropped another character, but
yeah, I could see a character drop, but I just mean like I don't think we're gonna see a new game that we haven't seen before. They've got a lot on their plate. I think it's too soon to see Okami. When we got that tease at the Game Awards last year, it was now in development. So even based on that teaser trailer, it felt like just very, very early. So I don't think we see Okami yet. Maybe Game Awards the earliest. The big focus is going to be on Resident Evil 9 and Onimusha.
And
Primal.
Pragmata.
Thank you.
Primal Rage.
Do you think we could see Monster Hunter World DLC?
World or...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Wilds.
Wilds. I want to see World on Switch.
I don't
too.
think so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yes. Just because I feel like almost all of the Monster Hunter games at this point have some sort of DLC. So I feel like they're gonna give it some sort of attention.
It's been going on sale recently. I saw Best Buy had the Steelbook edition that was $74.99. I think it was down to $55, and then I think I saw either Amazon or GameFly selling it for like $29.99 or $34.99. They usually drop the price when they're about to announce new DLC. This is a common business practice that I've observed for many years now, right? Because hey, we want new people to come in, and we want your money, and we want your money for the DLC now.
But what if instead of the DLC, we're getting that Stash predicted Monster Hunter World with Iceborne coming to Switch too?
Dude, it'd be so money because look, it's a PS4 game. It's a beautiful game. It is the highest rated Monster Hunter. People prefer it over Wilds. Wilds, again, I thought my PlayStation 5 was going to explode when I was playing the beta. So I don't know how it's going to run better on Switch 2. Like, even if it ran as good as it did on PS5, hypothetically, of course, hypothetically, people, if it ran as good as it did, right? It's still not good. Like the performance was, and you guys know, like, I'm not a stickler on performance, but it just felt very hitchy. And maybe it was the beta that I played in, but overall, I would prefer the finished product Monster Hunter World with the Iceborne. I think that could see brand new life on Switch 2. If you looked at, the massive community Monster Hunter Rise had on Switch. That's easy money. That's the definition of easy money right there, right?
Yeah.
Again, do they want easy money is the question.
Yeah, and Demonic Brawler here had to think, will Capcom show a second trailer for RE9 at Gamescom, or will that be saved for an upcoming presentation or the Game Awards? I think it's a good question. I know there's a lot of rumors flying out there from that Dusk Golem guy about multiple RE projects going on too, which isn't shocking.
What have you heard?
Remakes coming.
What's the next remake? Is it 5, 0, Code Veronica?
According to Dusk Golem, hold on, I'll pull it up quick.
Because I follow the Residents of Evil YouTube channel, but I haven't seen anything new that they posted in a while.
So these ones we probably won't see this year, but he said the next Resident Evil remakes are Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0. And they're coming in 2027 and 2028 respectively.
Do you think we ever see a remake of Resident Evil, because we kind of got one on the GameCube and it still looks amazing? Like, it looks still fantastic.
Those pre-rendered,
it's wild.
Graphics are so beautiful still. The lighting.
Yeah, I don't know that we need one. I mean, dude, it would be so rad to go back to the mansion on modern hardware,
updated controls.
New modern, updated controls. Which I know is going to divide people already, because it already did with that remake. As far as taking away, you have the people who are purists. Yeah,
that want the tank controls. Really, what they should do is just leave them in, right?
Yeah.
Like, let people drive the tank if they want, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Just don't make it the default, because modern audiences will. They won't even try to learn it. They'll just go straight to Twitter to complain about it. It'd be pretty ugly. That's exciting though. I love Resident Evil. I love it so much. Same. Yeah. To be great to see. I mean, obviously they're going to continue with the remakes, and I know we've all talked about it, that we expect all the Resident Evils to come Switch too.
Yeah. I think at the very least from Capcom, I don't think we'll see any new again. I don't think we're going to see any brand new games from Capcom at Gamescom. I think they've got a lot going on right now. I think they're going to be really highlighting the stuff they have. I think a gameplay centered trailer makes sense for Gamescom. I know that they're going to have the game playable at the show, so show some new gameplay.
What about
right
Mega
move.
Man?
Mega Man. Oh, come on.
Holy shit!
It's been a long time, dude.
Dude, wait, the super fighting robot Mega Man?
Yeah, that one.
Man.
Oh shit, dude!
They
Don't tease me.
I just saw someone posted on Twitter last couple of days that they're bringing the animated series that came out in '94.
I used to love
It was
that
2
show.
seasons. They're bringing it to Blu-ray.
That's so rad. It's
Sometimes
so
you
bad,
got to
but I
wonder
love
though
it.
with the timing of other things, right? Like,
Mhm.
why is that going on right now? Are you thinking about bringing out a new game? Is that why you're bringing out the series? Like, these are always things that I question if there's any connection. Oop, I guess we'll see. All right, let's move on. Psy Games, CI.
Lords of the Fallen, Sniper, and Lords of the Fallen.
They are supposed to bring Lords of the Fallen too, right? That's the word on the streets, right?
Yep.
Did you guys
Which
play that?
I played the crap out of Lords of the Fallen. Both
Really?
that original version and the reboot. I loved the reboot. I know it didn't get the best reviews. I think it was reviewed to be very average, but there was such a unique mechanic in the game that's different than anything from any other Souls game, which was, I don't want to say light worlds because the game is anything but light, but there was kind of a light and dark world mechanic. And depending on the world state that you switch to with your lantern, it changed like corridors and areas that, like, for example, there might be a lake, but then you switch to the dark world, that lake might be dried up and there's like an underground cavern. So exploration, there was a really intricate Metroidvania element to the game that went beyond what we've seen in other Souls games. It wasn't perfect, but it was a lot of fun. The boss fights were a ton of fun, and it was a huge improvement from that first iteration of the game. So I feel like they're on a trajectory to keep improving. I can't wait to see what they do next.
I've been following them. I follow their Twitter, and I read the review, watched the reviews when it first came out, and then I saw what they ended up doing with the game, all the improvements they made, and it's come a long way. Obviously, I've owned the game, I think, since right around the time it came out. I just never got around to playing it. One of those backlog games that I'm ashamed of for not playing yet. But yeah, would love to see it. Anything else from Psy Games, guys?
No,
We
I
think it's
think
just pretty much Lord of the Fallen.
Yeah.
Lords of the
And
Fallen.
a sniper game if they want to bring out a sniper game, but that's about it.
Okay. Disney Plus is what's on the list. Okay. Not Disney.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Yeah, I got
Disney Plus. How's that going to work? So if you have a Disney Plus subscription, can I plug a controller into my Roku or something?
Are they doing like Netflix games?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think I don't know anything, but I think that they are here because they have maybe a show or something that's tied into a game.
So you're saying we might get a new DuckTales?
Maybe.
My
But I
dream.
think they're just to advertise some sort of show or movie they're working on that's based on a game. And
What if
that's why they're there.
What if Warren Spector comes out and announces Epic Mickey 3?
I don't think he works there anymore, so I don't think that's even possible.
I think they just hired him. I don't.
Did
he
they
actually
hire him back?
No, I think they just did. Like, he actually work at Disney, or did they bring him in to make Epic Mickey?
So, really quick, guys, I want to jump back to Capcom because someone in the comments, any games necessary, this is someone I actually know, they're saying that there's speculation that Pragmata is secretly a Mega Man game. And obviously it's rumor, but there's tons of hints towards it with no official
Holy
confirmation.
crap. I haven't thought about that. I haven't heard that.
Interesting.
But I could see.
People have been pointing out a lot of weird coincidences and hints at it.
That
That'd be sick if that's what it is. Speaking of Warren Spector, now he's a studio director at Other Side Entertainment. He's working on System Shock 3. He's not doing anything with Disney right now.
Okay. That's cool though. That should be fun.
If they make a game based off any of the like Star Wars shows, like in Lego form or anything like that, would it count as Disney Plus?
Maybe. I have no idea. To be honest, we're all guessing. This is all just prediction. We don't know. Dude, everything we said today, literally, none of these games might be there. None of this stuff might be there.
For whatever reason, I don't know if it's just that Gamescom tends to be less interesting for me each year. I have like of all the annual showcases, Gamescom is the one where like I can't think of a specific year that really stands out to me as like, wow, what a show.
Yeah, the only reason I'm looking forward to the show, to be honest, is the two big third-party games that are on Switch 2 that don't have release dates yet could be here with release dates because they're also going to other platforms, so it would make sense to be here. And then Nintendo is participating with a booth. Doesn't mean they're going to participate in Opening Night Live, but there is that option that maybe they choose to reveal a September release date for something here.
Sure.
That they think they want extra marketing outside of themselves.
Elden Ring.
I mean, yeah, but that's not theirs. I mean, something from them coming out next month. I don't know what that would be because Dragon Drive came out now. Next up's the DLC, but that's not September. So I don't even know what the game. We've made all of our guesses. It'd be crazy. I'm gonna save a crazy Nintendo prediction for when we get to them, but yeah, we can move on.
Okay, so for Disney, we don't know. We're all secretly, though, openly, I guess, hoping for DuckTales, maybe Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 3. Since there's 2 on NES.
Yeah,
that'd be. Give us a new Tailspin.
Maybe Disney Plus is going to announce a new mobile game thing, and then they're going to bring those as brand new ones.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. All right, Electronic Arts.
Man, they're gonna have a lot.
You think?
Yeah, so I think they're gonna show off their sports games. So FC, NHL, Madden's already out, so no need to do that. Battlefield 6 just had a demo or test fire or whatever. So I feel like that's gonna get shown. Plants vs. Zombies is going, I think is gonna be there. And then these last 2 games are like wishful thinking. So I'm hoping that they show up. One is more likely than the other, in my opinion. NCAA. I'm gonna throw that out there too. But Star Wars Zero Company. I think that's wishful thinking, but I do think that we may see more of it. And the biggest one to me, like huge, like I can't even tell you how big it is for me. But pause. Skate.
Oh, Skate, yeah.
Because we have not heard about that in quite a long time. And the last time we heard, they were like, yep, we're still doing this, just so you know.
I did see that. And I saw that when Tony Hawk came out, they put out a tweet congratulating Tony Hawk and basically said something to the effect that we hope to be alongside you soon.
Yeah. So I definitely think it's well, every time is that time to show off that game, but now's the time.
How about GameBird? What do you think? Let me hear you first.
Man, it's hard because I see a lot of these companies and a lot of them I know. Again, I said this about Capcom. A lot of them have like full plates right now. So part of me wants to, every time we go to one of these big third-party companies, go like, oh, like they'll announce A, B, and C for Switch 2. But it's hard because Nintendo likes to save some of those goodies for the directs.
Yep.
So it's a weird balancing act. I feel like for EA, like automatically Dragon Age Veilguard comes to mind. This is one I thought we'd see right away on Switch 2. It's a game that's really struggled in the sales. I mean, this game was
Majorly
discounted so fast. This game went through development hell. It started as a games of service. They lost their director multiple times. Anything that could go wrong with a game development happened to this game.
It did.
And seems like some elements of the game are really phenomenal. Other elements of the game seem very undercooked. But this is one where it's like, this is a series that I care about. I love the Dragon Age series, especially 1, 2, and 3. So I'd like to see this game land on Switch 2, give it a little bit more of a revenue stream.
I don't think it's gonna happen,
dude. I also think the Mass Effect collection
that needs to happen.
Yeah,
on Switch 2.
So, I mean,
Again,
it's
easy money if you want to make money, and EA, we know EA is all about making money more than any.
They love money.
EA and 2K.
Dude, do you guys remember when
Kings of
EA was
microtransactions?
Do you remember when like EA, it was like 6 years in a row, was voted the worst company in the world? Like 6 years. They almost hit like a 10-year streak.
I just remember I missed their two slogans, EA big and EA challenge everything. Oh, you heard that? You know you were in for a good game.
Nate.
So for this particular event, I just kind of think if they show anything or have anything, I think it's just gonna be two things.
Sure.
It'll be EA Sports FC 26. Hello, they're in Germany, they're in Europe, they're in the heart of where people love that shit.
Yeah.
And Battlefield 6, obviously, comes out in October. That's like their next really, really big AAA game. And they got to put all the marketing behind it. And they've been doing all these open betas lately. There's another one this weekend. Everyone seems to be, there's a lot of positivity coming out of this beta. And that's strange for an EA game. Usually it's the opposite.
I saw that quote by the former EA, what was it, CEO?
Oh, what was it?
Saying they're going to stomp Call of Duty, and that
was like the goal. Yeah.
No, it wasn't the goal. He said he doesn't work for him anymore. It's the former one, and he had a very bold quote saying that Battlefield's going to stomp them, and that our game is going to make them be better now, and that their campaign has been watered down for years. And he just kind of like went in. I'm like, interesting. Where have you guys been?
I just know the people that have played the beta are like, dude, they're even shocked. They're even shocked that like EA actually looks like they finally got their shit together and made a great Battlefield game. So Call of Duty has been kind of coasting because they haven't had any real competition.
Yep.
We see it all the time. Madden, NBA 2K, they coast, no competition. Sucks.
But yeah, I think those are the two games they realistically have here. There's a lot of like EA games I wouldn't mind getting announced for Switch 2. Like I know GameBird talked about, the Dragon Age. I kind of think they're done with the Dragon Age. It did so bad. I think they're just moving on. I think everything got canceled for the future of that game.
That's so frustrating to me that they've made such a big mistake. It's been such a long time since those first games. The fact that and it's funny, with my buddy, we're both big Dragon Age fans since the first game. I remember being so hyped for that first one. Such great storytelling, man, just the potential for the series, the fact that they didn't go back and do some sort of a legacy collection, remastering the first two games. Quote? Yes, but I was talking about this way before. This is when Veilguard was about to come out, and just like chatting about like, why haven't we gotten remasters of the first two games is beyond me. And with the popularity of Baldur's Gate 2, I think that I don't think you can hold that against Veilguard, but I think it does suck in hindsight that they shifted away from that more like D&D style gameplay that's getting super popular. That Origins, that game crushed that.
Yeah, but I mean, I get why. Like Inquisition really blew up for him and did really big
Yeah,
numbers. I get why
but there was still the option. Like
there's
it
still the option.
had, yeah, you could still do that more tactile.
Especially if you guys didn't know that you only played on console. If you go on PC, there was like a setting you could change that made it actually feel a lot more like Origins. What's interesting about the reason that I'm really low on anything BioWare is after Veilguard came out and tanked so bad, like more than half the team was laid off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have less than 100 employees. Like I just don't see anything from them coming to Switch 2 at this point. Like basically, I'm not saying they can't make a game. Obviously, Expedition 33 is made with 30 people, right? So like they could be working on something, but I don't know if it's just gonna be like remakes and remasters for a while. Like it's gonna be kind of low key projects, I think, until they can get something that makes good money.
It's so sad, man. And like
from BioWare in a row for sales. Like
this whole thing of studios that are like really great at making a certain type of game, and then whether it's publishers or the big suits being like, "No, we want you to make a games of service." The fact that they had Anthem, which was a colossal failure, it's like, why would you even make that when you have a formula that works, and everyone loves it so much? Why would you burn that bridge? And then failing at Anthem and then being like, what if the next Dragon Age game is a games of service? God, holy shit, guys. If the next Mass Effect comes out and they're like, third time's the charm, games of service.
Oh God. Don't kill another IP, please.
I feel like I don't know if Veilguard was, I don't know if that game was make or break for them. If it wasn't Veilguard, this next Mass Effect is going to be make or break for BioWare. I don't think they can't flop another game. They just can't.
Close, man. It seems like it's very close based on everything I've read, and I have followed that really closely. I'm sure you have too, and it does not sound good at all in a variety of ways. But look, the quote that I was talking about, this just came out in the last week. They were talking about doing a Dragon Age Legacy collection, and I guess it was pitched to EA.
Yeah, I saw that.
And EA's like,
and they turned it down.
Like, yeah, you can do that with your own money. It's like, like interesting, because again,
well, they wanted that games of service.
That's easy money. Like that, it's guaranteed money. Okay, like the games of service. You have a very high ceiling to what it could be, and then you have like the guaranteed money, which is down here, but it's guaranteed. And when you're in BioWare's state that they're in right now, you got to go for those guarantees, right? Like that's a guarantee. Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Switch too. That would sell really well. I mean, it would review really well too.
We've heard this story 100 times now, man. I mean, look at Rocksteady. First, it was Gotham Knights, then it was Suicide Squad, and then they're going down the BioWare route now, praying that we get either some sort of a full remake of like Asylum, or we get a brand new return to form. So you're really good at something, stay with it. I heard a rumor, and I know we've jumped a little off topic, but this was so upsetting. I recently heard that some concepts leaked for Rocksteady's next Batman game before it became Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad.
I saw that too.
And that it was supposed to be a single player Batman game that incorporated the Nemesis system, which was one of the coolest innovations from the two Lord of the Rings games that we got, the Mordor, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games.
Yep.
How freaking cool would that have been? But there's that games of service.
And again, this all goes back to pleasing who? The shareholders, right? Not the fans. They're not when you stop making games for the fans and you stop making games for the people who buy them and you start making them for shareholders to appease them, that's when things go south, because you're not doing it for the right reasons anymore. It's money driven instead of passion and creativity. And that's what we're seeing with so many of these big AAAs. It's very sad. But I don't want to get off on a tangent on that. Okay, EA, if we get one thing, just bring us back, NBA Jam. Stop sitting on that license. Do something with it. Please. Like, what are you doing, man? Right? We haven't had NBA Live in forever. And now you, because we don't have that, 2K can do whatever they want, and they do. Trust me, they do.
It's wild. I actually had a contact in EA who was working on the live games, and from what it sounded like, they were working on live and it wasn't working out, and so they actually were going to turn that into CAA. And I don't, from there, like, things just went straight silent. So I don't even know what happened.
I know about it.
With that.
Yeah, I know about it. The NCAA. I tweeted about it a couple months ago. It sounds like it's happening.
Okay.
That's where they're going. Yeah. So it should be interesting. Okay. All right. So that's EA. Apparently it's not in the game anymore. Let's go to Focus Entertainment. Hey, Focus has a lot. They have a lot cooking.
Mm-hmm. The only one I can think of on the top of my head is Mio, which that demo was awesome. I love that demo.
I'm hyped for Mio.
Yeah. But that's all I got. I mean, I wholeheartedly expect them to bring that there.
Yeah, it still says 2025.
Yeah. The game looked like it was done when I was playing the demo. That's all I can say.
What about I know we just got a new update for Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 recently, I think a couple months ago. And I know that they're most likely also working on the next Space Marine game, which I don't imagine would get shown at Gamescom. I imagine that's a little ways off, but I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe another little update roadmap or new content, maybe some new story content announced for the game. It sold incredibly well, exceeded expectations. I loved it. I'm a big Warhammer fan, both Warhammer Fantasy and 40K. So this is one that I'd like to see there, and I don't think is outside of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. Bolt Gun did good too, right?
Yeah.
The Warhammer Bolt. Yeah.
That game's awesome, by the way. If you guys like classic Doom, check out Bolt Gun.
I bought it physically. I really liked it.
Nice. It's so cool.
That was a tough one to track down physically too, as you would probably imagine.
Game's gorgeous.
The Plague Tale games. Have you guys played a Plague Tale?
Yep.
So
awesome.
I love those games, and they're working on a Plague Tale Resonance. That's coming out in 2026. So you wonder if maybe that's shown. That is one of their bigger IPs. How about this one? John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
Oh, wow.
Do we see that finally? An update? What do you think?
That would be nice.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'd be excited for that.
It's possible.
Toxic Commando and Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah. I miss those games so much.
Well, Toxic Crusaders is coming out December 4th, I believe.
Yep.
So we're closing in on that. Are there any other games that you want to focus on here with them?
Not that I could think of.
You got it. All right. Hey, okay. Next up, Freaks. Getting freaky here. Freaks for you.
Do they?
They're going to be Freaks for you.
I'm not familiar with Freaks.
And allow you to play video games. Freaks for you gaming.
I got to look this one up.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about them either.
Be careful looking that up.
I will.
You might get a search engine return you weren't expecting.
Make sure you put gaming in there.
Their slogan, we turn moments into movements. I hope they're not referring to bowel movements or any.
That's pretty freaky start.
Okay.
Sounds like a
I'm ready to move on from ball movements to
stick fix.
the stick fix. Yes.
Yeah.
This
All right.
Arsenal is entertaining me quite a bit right now.
Giant Software. Do we know Giants? Are we familiar?
I've heard
They
of them.
do the simulator games.
Yeah, Farm Sim, I
Yeah.
believe. I did a sponsorship with them once. That's why I know who they are.
You know what I want to see? Farming Simulator on
Farming
Switch
Simulator?
too.
Hey,
Using the Joy-Cons because they're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we get a new game from them. The simulator, unlike any we've seen before. Crematory Simulator, 2025.
That was a little morbid.
Do you say crematory?
Sure did.
What? Oh my god, I don't want to see that. It's wild, man. Okay. Let's move on. How about Head Up?
Super Meat Boy 3D.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's where that's going.
Yeah,
For that.
I agree.
That's not dated for 2025, is it? It's not one of those placeholder 2025ers, or I'm not sure if they gave it a date. I think it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't remember when we saw it last if it had a date attached.
Early 2026 is the call. Per Google, early 2026. Okay. Okay, how about Hoyoverse?
Only game I know of theirs is Zenless Zone Zero, and if that shows up, say that 3 times fast. Switch to.
They do a lot there. They do
Genshin.
that, Genshin, and then Honkai Star Rail, which is a popular as well.
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. I would not be surprised for them to just announce a new game. They're covering all the bases.
Yeah.
You know, Genshin's that like open world kind of Breath of the Wild like. Honkai Star Rail is your turn-based RPG, story driven, and Zenless Zone Zero is that more of like a beat 'em up action game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. How about Calypso? They are the developers behind Tropico. That is definitely their most popular IP. I don't play Tropico. Nate, do you play Tropico?
I played it. Yep.
that sounds like a Nate game.
It does.
You love those kinds.
Strategy games. Yep.
Yep.
Fun. Very fun game. I would love to see. I'd love to see some action here. We'll see.
We still have a long list, so we better go rapid fire. Konami. What are we looking at with Konami, guys?
Give us a Metal Gear. Give us a Metal
Yeah,
Gear.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Delta. Come on.
Yeah, Metal Gear,
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill F. The big one. Do we
no.
get Castlevania?
Silent Hilth. Correction, it's called Silent Hilth.
Yes. Great. Thank you.
Of course, I just want to make sure we're clear.
I have it pre-ordered at GameStop
Nice.
with that steelbook. Yeah.
Game looks
Excited
great.
for it.
You asked, did we get what?
Do we see Castlevania? That's where my heart's at. I just want to
A
see
new one?
Castlevania.
Are you asking?
Anything
As much
new,
as I
man.
would love it,
It's
I don't think so.
it's been over a decade since we got an actual new Castlevania, which would have been Lords of Shadow 2 or Lords of Shadow
2.
Mirror of Fate 3D on 3DS.
They will
Either way, long time ago.
They will say we will give you another Castlevania, but after we get officially done with doing another Castlevania for Netflix.
They should just license Castlevania out to a great team.
Well, look,
That's what I think they should do.
they did that with
License it out.
Contra. Way Forward worked on Contra. There's developers out there that would probably love to work on Castlevania. There's probably developers on the team that are the same age as all of us. They grew up playing Castlevania on Nintendo, and it would be an honor for them to work on this IP. right?
Yeah. Man, I'd love to see either Blue Point or even From Software take a stab at Castlevania. Oh my God, that'd be so rad.
It would be. And I do wonder if we're going to get a 3D Castlevania collection.
Or, yeah.
Not as popular. We'll see. Okay. Crafting. What kind of games do you think they're crafting right now?
Is this
macaroni
the
kind?
PUBG? Team?
PUBG, Subnautica. They publish it.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah.
I feel like they
Yeah.
kind of sleep on or just like sit on that game and it's just like we're good.
Yeah, I don't play PUBG. Yeah, I don't know anything really about it.
Yeah.
So I've never been interested. Okay, Lego.
Everything?
Lego's an interesting one. You know what I think would be really cool is for them to make a return to some of like the DC Lego stuff. That whole DC cinematic universe is being rebooted. And so we just got like a Superman movie. They've got plans to do like Batman and Green Lanterns and Justice League eventually. It'd be interesting to see like Lego do some stuff that ties into the James Gunn cinematic universe. But I don't know. What was the last licensed, other than obviously we got that Horizon game, but like cinematic licensed Lego game? I feel like it's been a while.
Well, let's see. So Lego Party is announced. Lego Party and Lego Voyagers.
That's right.
But the last like licensed one, right, off of a movie. So I guess you could say we had the Lego Star Wars.
Right. That was it was like the entire saga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
That was in 2022.
Okay, so it's been a few years.
Do they talk about the Horizon stuff? The Horizon?
Yeah. Mentioned Horizon. They did Lego Fortnite, Lego. So they had Skywalker in 2022 and then Marvel in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like you look at it, they're not as frequent as they used to be. It seems like nothing is in the games industry now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the big thing is that, and obviously this wouldn't be a Gamescom announcement, and I don't foresee this happening anytime soon. But the fact that Nintendo's now licensing out their properties to Lego to make Game Boys and NESs and Super Mario World throwbacks and Great Deku Trees and Animal Crossing, man, getting an exclusive Switch to Lego crossover that's, you know, whether it's a Mario game, a Zelda, whatever, dude, a Zelda dungeon crawler, Lego dungeon crawler would be so fun. That's multiplayer, co-op. Like, I don't know.
That would be great.
I feel like there's dude, you could Lego anything. They can make a Lego Star Fox game. That would be unlike any other Lego game that we have.
That's true.
So something I'd love to see. I mean, I think we're getting Pokemon Legos now. Even there's that Pikachu one that was teased.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that's a partnership that's got to happen at some point, right? Or do we not think so?
It's a good question. It'd be a good question for FVlam.
Oh, here we go.
I was just saying it'd be a good question for him. We'll have to ask him next time. All right. Moving on. Level Infinite, which they work on. Yeah, Dune.
So So I think there's only two games that I can think of that could probably show. The other one is a little less known, but Exoborn. So both Exoborn and I think Dune, because I think Exoborn is slated for early next year. So I think this is probably a decent time to go ahead and say something, unless you're going to be in like a Sony state of play.
Okay. Marvelous.
Oh, marvelous. I just tweeted about this earlier.
Oh, let's hear it.
Oh my goodness. So the one game that like I've been waiting for that has not been like has rarely been talked about is Daemon X Machina 2.
I thought you were gonna do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for that game. And I think I think it's this month, is it not? If it's not this month, it's
I think
next
it's
month.
September 5th.
I'm sorry, September. I keep thinking this is September.
Off the top of my head, I think that's what it is.
So it's close. It's really
Very.
close. So it needs to get talked about. And so I figured if it's not going to get shown off or talked about here, which I think it wholeheartedly is, then it needs to show up in a direct. And if it's September 5th, I don't know if that's enough time to throw in a direct unless, we get a direct super early. And I think it'll be within the first 2 weeks. But yeah, we definitely need some Daemon X Machina too.
Yeah.
I
think that's safe. Go ahead, Dave.
I don't know if they'll show it at Opening Night Live, but I guarantee they will have demos on the show floor for Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. They've been demoing that game for like years at every. It'll guarantee the demos will be there too.
It's kind of bizarre how long it's taken to come out, right?
Oh, jeez.
Do they do Rune Factory too?
That joke.
I believe they do. Yeah, they do Rune Factory.
So that's either coming out soon or it's already out.
I think Rune Factory is already out.
Okay.
Guardians of Azuma, it's already out.
Yeah.
All right. Netflix, man.
Everything.
Do we get a new Stranger Things game? Because obviously, this
final season.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's coming in 3 parts. What is it? Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
They're literally taking up the 3 biggest holidays.
Yeah. They want all your money in
for the premiere. Yeah, it's wild. So it's like, this is a big marketing.
3-4 episodes a pop. It is so weird. Like, I mean, and they're going what, 4 episodes, then like 3 episodes, then the final.
Yeah.
Which is just wild. Now, if it ends up being really fucking awesome at the greatest season of it ever, it'll be worth it. Mm-hmm. But it's wild to me to see a show like I already don't like when they do it with these shows now, where they'll have like part of it in the fall and then the other half's in the spring.
Well, Cobra Kai, and it was very successful.
And I hated that. I loved it.
Trust me, I did. Yeah, because I think about it all the time.
It's done. What are we doing? Why are we delaying it? This is stupid.
I know.
I know. You're a subscription service, so you're keeping people subscribed. I get it.
I actually liked the delay in Cobra Kai because I didn't want to say goodbye.
Neither did I. None of us wanted to say goodbye.
I held off on watching those final episodes.
Yeah.
I binged. I had binged like the last couple seasons in one sitting. Not proud to say it, but that final release of episodes, I waited like 2 or 3 weeks before I watched, just because I wasn't ready to say goodbye to the characters.
My cousin Jim did the same thing
flawlessly.
Yeah, like I had to ask him every time we text, "Have you watched it yet?" So I know if we can talk about it yet.
Yeah,
because I watched it as soon as it came out, but very, very special, very special show. But you got to wonder what if Netflix is going to do anything with any of their movie IP turn into video games. I mean, all I could think is like,
Squid Game, the game,
possibly. What else is on Netflix? I really haven't watched lately.
So did they?
Happy Gilmore 2?
Yeah,
that is. The One Piece live action has season 2 coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I wonder if they do some of the anime stuff too, because there's also room for that as well. So like the Gundam, they had it like a Gundam show that I think it was maybe like 6 or 8 episodes that would be easily translatable into a game, if you would. So I think there's plenty in those kind of spaces. But
Castlevania, that's on Netflix too.
Yeah. That's why I say save it, and just give it to Netflix. Let them work on it. But then again, I don't know if I really trust Netflix with a title like Castlevania.
No, I don't. I don't. Definitely not. Any other picks for Netflix? Okay, The Big N.
Woo!
I mean, we know what they're demoing already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's already announced, so we know what they're bringing to the show.
Mm-hmm.
The question for me is always like, okay, that's what you're bringing to the show, but will you participate in Opening Night Live? Will you give them a game? And the fact that we don't have a September game yet, it still kind of opens up, I think, the door a little bit that maybe. Granted, they can just drop it on Nintendo today, but they only did that with Dragon Drive, which obviously they did not put a ton of marketing behind it because I think they knew. They knew probably what the reviews were going to be, and it wasn't. It's a $20 game, right? They weren't expecting this to be like a huge seller for them. So, I think it would be crazy. And this, I'm not predicting this for the September game because I have no idea. Maybe there is no September game, and maybe that's why we don't have anything said yet. But it would be kind of cool if we got Kirby Air Riders gameplay for the first time.
I think of any of Nintendo's games that are pending a reveal or release date right now that we know exist. Kirby is probably the only one that I could picture being at Gamescom at Opening Night Live.
Yeah.
That being said, I find it unlikely.
Yeah, I personally don't believe Nintendo's going to show anything in Opening Night Live.
Yeah,
but they could.
Yeah,
they are at Gamescom, so it's not like impossible. They like to do their own events, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's really only, if you think about the actual third-party events, the only one that tends to sometimes have something Nintendo is the Game Awards. Nintendo sometimes will use that as a springboard to market a game coming early the following year. Yeah. But especially when they tend to be, it seems to always be when they're nominated for a big award, Nintendo tends to have something to show at the show.
Yeah.
Kind of funny how that works.
Well, I also feel like the fact that they didn't have any special announcement for Summer Games Fest, which I feel like is a little bit more, even though Nintendo doesn't have a history there, I feel like it would make more sense, especially coming right off the heels of announcing Switch 2 and the release. I feel like they could have easily done something really cool with having Splatoon.
You expected Nintendo to communicate?
That was a slap in the face.
They have maybe had the worst communication of any company post console launch ever. I swear.
Wilberforce Wooster said you could see Splatoon Raiders. That's one that I haven't really given too much thought, because does that come out this year?
We don't know yet.
They didn't say.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I really think, and this is going to be in the next topic, that anything specific to Nintendo is going to be saved for our next topic. But I have a question for all of you. Has Nintendo ever announced a first party game at Gamescom before? Because Gamescom is fuzzy for me. I don't
think so.
Google's for Google
in response to Kirby, right? About seeing Kirby Air Riders. Remember, like, I already have planned out what I'm going to be playing on the plane, and that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land and the DLC, the Switch 2. So we're getting Kirby on the 28th. Do you really think we'd get Kirby Air Riders right before it?
No.
I think they'd want to curb Kirby for a little bit, right?
Fair.
I agree.
It'd be a lot of Kirby.
It's one of those things where, like, As a Nintendo fan, I wish I could say anytime we talk about these Gamescoms and Summer Games Fest that like, oh, I think Nintendo's gonna bring this, or this one's really likely. It's not like, and again, Nintendo throws curveballs. For all we know, this could be they could throw a massive curveball, and we could all be like, holy shit.
I've said this before. The Game Awards is the only place that I expect maybe something to show up.
Same.
And that's something, as an example, if it is a early 2026 game, I think that's something would end up being Age of Imprisonment, would be what they throw at the Game Awards. But anyways, that's a future talk. It's future
Cart
talk.
World DLC.
Sure. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think Bonanza DLC might be a better announcement. just for the audience. I don't know if anyone there wants to see Mario Kart.
All right. Well, we're going to talk more Nintendo in the next. So let's. Paramount Pictures. Now, do we think we're going to get Paramount Plus on Switch 2? Possibly Beverly Hills Cop on Switch 2?
No, not
Major League? Footloose? The Naked Gun? That's a Paramount Pictures.
Footloose. That's funny.
48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. We got Airplane. Airplane's a great movie.
I think it's obvious. We're just seeing something Sonic.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles Switch 2 edition.
I love the pipe dreams. We're seeing something from the Sonic universe. That's all it is.
Is Star Trek part of the Paramount stuff?
Are they the ones that produce
It's either Paramount or Peacock. I'm pretty sure it's Paramount.
Yeah, I thought it was Paramount.
I'm almost positive it's Paramount.
You could possibly get something from Star Trek.
What if Paramount is working with Rockstar and we get Yellowstone expansion for Red Dead Redemption?
It's possible.
Well, that would be wild.
That would be a wild collaboration.
Definitely possible.
Yeah, it's about as possible as the Flight Simulator Pilot Wings collaboration that I keep hoping for.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, let's move on. Pearl Abyss, that is Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert, yeah.
Crimson Desert, yeah.
We all know it was delayed to Q1, which
fine. Which is fine.
Fine.
What it really was is that they're
more time to announce the Switch 2 version.
Yeah,
let it cook. We're gonna play it. I think it's at Gamescom, and we know it's at PAX.
It's at PAX. It'll be my second time playing it. Yep.
Roblox. I mean, they're dealing with some stuff right now. We won't even get into on the podcast. So,
yeah, we can just get more Roblox.
I don't know if they still want to go or how they're going to handle that. It sounds like a PR nightmare.
Yeah,
Republic of Gamers.
Yeah, that's just
this is Rock.
Rock. They're just gonna have a booth showing off all their like gamer gear and PC parts and stuff.
Isn't the ROG Ally X going to be there hands on?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think that's gonna lead with the whole Silk Song stuff, but this
is supposed to be this is Xbox's handheld, even though it's not. Like it is and it isn't. We all know the story there. And, they can say it's their main one and their only one, but we know it's not. Like we didn't forget what you originally said.
You talk about this because this Gamescom list is obviously, I think these are the companies that have like booths probably.
Yeah.
But like for opening night live, I think Silk Song's release date's going to be in it. Team Cherry's not going to have a booth because their demo is with the Xbox and ROG and then with Nintendo.
Yeah.
So like they're just not going to have a booth because they don't need one. Their game will be demoed, So I just want to throw that out there because like if we go through this list, that game's not going to get brought up, and I actually do expect it to get a release date next week.
So did we get the price yet on the Xbox?
I thought it was
Ally X.
I thought it was 700 or 800. Because there's two versions.
Yeah, isn't there one for like 7 and one for a G?
Yeah, that sounds right.
700 and 1050. Yep.
Yeah,
that is outrageous.
which is basically what the RGL like.
Yeah.
The price of buying one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
would never.
That'll be interesting to see what people's feedback is
I don't
on
know if
the
that's
device.
To be clear, I don't know if it's official. I'm not seeing a listing on the website, but Amazon is the one that put it up early, and that's where the price comes from. I'm not so sure that is what the final price is. I'm not sure if they've even given a final price, but that's probably what it's going to be.
I don't believe they have. I'm glad you said that as well.
Because there is a chance maybe they saw the reaction and they're like, well, let's knock 100 or 2 off and just kind of
maybe
see if we can slide in there. Because you can get like the ROG LIX for 800.
Mm-hmm.
So to imagine like a 1050 device just because Xbox is on it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. That would be, I don't think that would go over very well.
No.
Considering the state. Okay. So that'll be interesting to see that play out. Samsung?
They're just there for the TVs.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Are they just the games are being played on Samsung TVs?
No. So Samsung also was at PAX East. They had a booth and they had some TV stuff there, but they were really advertising mobile phone gaming a lot.
Okay.
Oh, exciting.
Okay.
So like they're gonna have like their high end phones there for people to go on and play games, and they'll probably even do like a little competition where they give away prizes and stuff. So
yeah,
I just know because I saw it in person. It was like the one booth I didn't really do anything with at PAX East. You just saw what was happening because I walked by it a billion times.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch that booth either. Okay. All right. Sega.
Give us the collection.
Give us their reboots of their classic games that we've seen little peeks at.
We're getting Shinobi on the 29th. So 1 week after it's coming out when we're going to be at PAX. So that's the first one. Since that's coming out now, do we get the next IP?
Please.
So, man, I want to see Crazy Taxi.
Crazy
Taxi. Is it going to be Crazy Taxi? Streets of Rage? Golden Axe,
Jet Grind Radio,
or Jet Grind Radio? Yeah, which one?
I still feel like Streets of Rage is still a little early, but at the same time, I feel like because it just came out also, and it was a wave, that I feel like you can still ride that wave with something new.
Could be Golden Axe as well.
What about Columns?
I'm an idiot. I mean, I'm an idiot for many reasons.
What's going on?
The thing I was thinking in my mind the whole time was, Total War Pharaohs. Dude, the shit came out last year and I didn't even know.
Oh, wow.
I'm literally
I'm
buying that before I go to PAX West because I fucking love the Total War series. What's wrong with me? How did I forget?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite franchises. Damn it.
I'm trying to think of those games. I feel like we saw a decent amount of Jet Grind. I feel like from what I've heard about the Crazy Taxi reboot, that one sounds like it's going to need more time because to me, that sounded like they were going almost like the Forza Horizon approach, like the fully open world.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
especially for a taxi game.
Totally, dude.
Yeah, that's supposed to be crazy.
I mean, who even takes taxis today? It's kind of crazy to think about, but it's usually Uber or Lyft, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you call it Uber? Crazy Uber?
Yeah, you'd have to be crazy actually, probably to call a taxi today. If you think about it.
Realistically, it would be kind of cool to see if this is like the first public demos of Crossworlds at Gamescom.
Oh yeah.
That's their big game.
You guys know I played it. Well, I played it. I did a video on it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting just because of like how some of the community has acted towards Mario Kart. It'll be interesting to see if they pick this up, like in spite of it. Because some people seem a little spiteful about things. It'll be interesting to see how it does, because I did enjoy it, but it doesn't feel like tight control. That was my biggest thing with it.
Yeah, that's why I've never liked the Sonic Racing.
It was like an arcade. Like
it's very arcadey and very loose, and I don't like it.
The rubber banding is what bothered me, is that no matter how good you drove, they made sure that everyone else stayed very close to you. Like you're in my bubble close. You could barely gain any ground on anyone. And then if you drove like complete crap, same thing. Like I could drive horribly, guys, and I'm still in the race. And I'm like, this is too much, guys. Okay, I know it's E for everyone, but come on. Like, let's have some competition here. There's way too much rubber banding.
But Mario Kart did it too hard.
This is hardcore the way they did it. Like, that was my biggest takeaway of the whole thing, is the control and the rubber banding.
Yeah.
So.
I'm still curious about this one. You know, I love the Sonic characters. I love that they're bringing in the guest characters from Yakuza and some of the other iconic Sega series. So I've had fun with Sonic. Yeah, I've had fun with Sonic racing games in the past. They've never stood out to me in the way that the Mario Kart games have, but I've still enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, they're still enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, Sega's got so much though these days outside of the legendary IP that we talk about. They got Persona. You know, they got Metaphor.
It's very true.
There's just a lot. Like a Dragon, of course, Yakuza. There's so much they can do.
Yeah,
they've grown a lot since they decided to get into software.
Yeah.
Do we see a new Persona?
No,
not here. No,
because we got that Persona 4 remake.
Yeah.
What about Persona 5 Royale DX? Throw a DX on the end. Or
you know how many versions of Persona 5 there are? Do we need another?
Yeah, no, that's why
we just got a cell phone game. We just got
it's
so the many. DX version to honor the 20, actually almost the 30th anniversary of the DX, the Generation X.
Here we go.
the socket version. All right.
Jeez, man, that's great.
Yeah, so really, I'm just hoping for columns, for a new columns game. That's what I'm really hoping for here.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Okay. All right, Team 17.
They make the Blasphemous and Overcooked game, right?
Overcooked, yeah. Blasphemous.
I feel like there was another game in that lineup. Dredge.
Don't forget about Worms Armageddon.
Yeah, Worms is, and they do ukulele and Yuka Replay. They what do? They assist with it? They assist with development because they're not the developers.
They're not the primary developer, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they make a lot of games actually.
They do.
Yeah.
They even make Leisure Suit Larry, or they did. It was in 2009.
Golf with your friends.
Is it Larry's time to shine once again?
I don't know.
I don't know what else.
I don't think people would be too accepting of him.
And look, if this show keeps going this way, I'm gonna have to vanish to Syntopia.
What is that?
I would
openly
welcome.
It's a city builder simulation strategy game for PC, and you can make Sin City. That's right.
Vegas is falling apart. Might be the best way to rebuild it. All right. How about 10-cent games?
Easy. They're going to announce their new acquisitions.
Probably.
Are they the ones making the having the whole Sony problem with the what is that? Mohr? What is that game? The Horizon look-alike?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're definitely showing that off. They need their cases plead. So they're bringing
that'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be very interesting if they did.
We're not in court yet, and so while we're not in court, we're going to show everybody what this game actually looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
honestly, Are people mad that Sony was going after them for that game?
No,
I don't think
they're
so.
happy. They're
I don't
happy.
think
Because they
anybody was
certainly
mad.
were mad about Nintendo going after Pal World, from
Yeah.
what I remember.
Yes.
Well,
The
I
double
think
standard was right.
Different rules apply. That's how.
Yeah,
That's
it
apparently
sounds
how it
like it.
I
works.
think also one of the key things is this game's not out yet from Tencent. They haven't released
That's
it.
true.
So nobody's played it. So nobody really knows how similar or dissimilar it is versus like Pal World, where like this happened after the fact.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I think there might have been bigger backlash if the game was already out. Because right now, people are basically just looking at here's an image and here's an image. Oh man, this looks similar. But it's like there's trailers for it out there. It looks more like Monster Hunter.
It looks more like Monster Hunter.
Yeah. It's just like Pal World is not Pokemon. It's Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like
When do we get an update on that?
Dude.
What's
Dude,
Vin
that game was-
Diesel doing, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, is Vin Diesel even still a part of this? It was so long ago, dude.
Dude, so long
I forgot
ago.
that was
when
even
you-
a thing. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
But
that was
I
forever
literally-
ago.
I literally don't play any game by
Was that before COVID or after COVID? I don't even remember.
It was before, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Dude, I very specifically remember that trailer
Mhm.
because he was
Wasn't
like,
that
he
a
was just
one
so
more
present
thing
in
at the end of?
trailer.
Wasn't it a one more thing at the end of the Game Awards?
It was.
I think so.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
He was so happy to announce that.
He was. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if that's still in development. Well, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. Anyone still playing it?
Yes and no. Yes.
when I go
if I'm
on my walks every now and then, if I'm a little bored, I'll bring it up and just see. I'm not really playing it like seriously, but it's kind of neat. Gives me something to keep the mind occupied, especially if my legs start to hurt or something.
Yeah, I play
No.
it usually when I go on vacation. Like,
Oh, that's
like
I
a
can
day.
probably pop it up on vacation because I never check because they have different Pokemon.
Yeah,
And I'm back home.
I- I'd rather play Pikmin Bloom.
That's not a bad game. It's all right. It's more casual.
actually, this one kind of brings up a question: is the Violet and Scarlet Pokemon in Pokemon Go yet?
I don't know. I don't play enough to know.
I don't know.
So if they're not, I feel like this is like, kind of that opportunity to be like, hey, now the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon are in here, along with the other Pokemon. But if not, I think it's just like one of those. We have I forgot what they even call them. Is it a gym? We have a gym in here.
I think that's all they'll do. There'll be like a special shiny Pokemon available to catch during the show in a gym.
I don't even think it's going to be that. So, I think it's going to be like a little side booth that you can just walk by and get like some little piece of merch, and that's it. Like I've seen Pokemon at a lot of these events. That's like all they really ever do.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they just don't. Like, they'll have like a trailer of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for some reason. It'll just be playing on a TV for no reason at all. And then they'll have a Pokemon Go thing. And then like what was it? My kids. I got them all a Pokemon thing from it. All it was this little side thing that had these little paper hats for like different types of Eevee evolutions. And I'm like, so like if you were hyped to come for Pokemon here, you don't know why you were.
Wow.
It's just a waste. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, when I see this stuff, I'm like, it's they do the bare minimum. I don't even know why they show up, to be honest. I think just they want their logo. They don't want people to forget about them.
I think they want people to see it, and be like, hey, we're on vacation, right? Or hey, we're out at this show. This is a great time to play it, right? While we're here.
They want you to think about it.
Yeah. All right. Ubisoft.
Everything.
There was just that rumor, right? About Rayman.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, please let that be a thing.
Where was that?
My friend Blake sent this to me earlier today. Let me see here. Here it is. Nash Weedle Leak Express.
Ooh, a Nash Weedle one.
Rayman. 2 games are in development. A compilation release has been considered. Tests have been conducted to merge 3D gameplay with the artistic style of Origins and Legend, and it is very likely that something can be tried behind the scenes at Gamescom. Rayman.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
And I don't think it's been revealed. So if there's something behind the scenes at Gamescom, it's like, would they reveal it then at Gamescom?
Yeah.
I feel like the Rayman reveal at Gamescom would be a collection.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like a new one. If I was Ubisoft, I'd be like, we got a new Rayman that blends 2D and 3D. Let's get that shit in a Nintendo Direct because that's gonna have the eyes that are gonna be the most interested in the game. Me personally, but we'll see. It'll be cool. I'm ready for Rayman to make a return. Legends. I think Rayman Legends is one of the best 2D platformers.
Yeah, Ubisoft's in this weird place. Obviously, they're not doing good as a company. We know that.
Right.
Restructuring and layoffs and everything. So it's like, I'm even like just trying to look at their upcoming release slate. Like, there's like not a whole lot even announced at this point.
Hex. Assassin's Creed Hex.
Outlaws on Switch 2, and then the Rogue Prince of Persia.
Outlaws is an old game coming back. The Prince of Persia.
Sands of Time.
What about Sands of Time, Nate? Wait. What about Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Oh, God.
Just saying. They supposedly still exist. But
I know,
that's the thing. Like, seeing them, I just don't know. Like, maybe Shadows DLC or something.
Yeah.
Maybe because that game is selling. It's
what if they shadow dropped it?
That'd be good.
It would be good.
But yeah, no, like, because I know for all the flack the game got for the cultural stuff and everything, the game sold pretty well for them. They said it met expectations on sales, so that means Ubisoft is happy. I mean, obviously they'd like to see it exceed expectations, but it met what they were expecting. So I think that's a good sign. For the franchise in general, anyways. Like, I don't think Assassin's Creed is going anywhere. It's like their number one IP, basically.
Unless they were expecting it to lose money, of course.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say an Assassin's Creed that might not have been where their money was lost. Think about all the flops they've had.
Yeah,
they probably lost money on Outlaw.
True.
They did. They had to have.
Yeah.
There's no way like a licensed IP like that, and the sales it got, dude.
That's why it's coming to Switch too. Like,
they're
immediately.
hoping you will revive it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Ubisoft does, man. Because like you said, they're just in a weird place. Their stock is, historically low. I believe. Don't quote me on this. I'm not Googling it, but they were in a couple of, at least one lawsuit. That was a pretty hairy one. Not a good one. Not a good look.
I got a game.
What?
From that? I forgot they had one more game still coming this year. Anno 117 Pax Romana. Comes out in November. Again, I like strategy games. Of course, one of my favorite ones I literally didn't buy yet. Gotta get on top of that. But yeah, I'm excited about this one because it's if you guys ever play like Anno 1800 or any of the Anno games, they're very complex and really fun to play. And this one's taking place during the Roman Empire, which is one of my favorite historical time periods. So
to that I say,
please be good. The series
has a
good reputation, so like please don't fuck this up.
What about Splinter Cell remake? What's Sam Fisher doing?
Probably nothing. Retired.
Hanging out with Bobby Fischer.
Retired.
Possibly playing some chess.
I swear if it's just a bunch of new Rainbow Six Siege updates, I'm going to be like, okay, can we like... Cool. Right. You could just like do an email blast for that. It doesn't need to be here.
Sure. I agree with you on that.
It went out forever. You turned into a service. It's fine. Just serve your service members. You don't have to blast it here.
They might do Skull and Bones DLC.
I swear.
Yeah. Give us a new island to visit or something.
Oh yeah. I really do. I think they are because there's
Say it ain't so.
It's quadruple A gaming.
So one of the things in the game, because I used to play the game and then, just like everybody else fell off. One of the things in the game that's not in the game for like you per se is actually big ships. So you only have like small and medium ships. And so the large ships were never a thing. And at some point for the season that they're in, that's supposed to be a thing. So,
dude, I'm sorry, but if Ubisoft's big announcement is called the Big Ship Update coming to Skull and Bones, players will now be able to access big ships.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny, right?
Oh my god,
you know what?
That's a nightmare.
I'm sorry. It feels so bad. Like we're having fun with this, but like, dude, this company used to be like
a big name. Awesome. Yeah.
They do their own E3 presentation and it would like kick ass half the time. And I'm like, dude,
I still like Ubisoft despite
like
their choices they've made. I still look. I think I have a few hours probably left on Shadows, and I'm holding that review so I can do it with the Switch 2 version that I know is coming.
That's got to be, yeah.
And they still got it. I don't want to give anything away, but they still got it. So it's like,
well, the AC team, that's the one franchise I've had that's actually consistently sold.
But I still see a problem with Assassin's Creed. It's like, I love the idea of Assassin's Creed, and I've played a handful of them and enjoyed most of them. Mm-hmm. But I think they need to get outside of this mentality that bigger always means better. Like, these games don't just have to keep getting bigger and like playing through what was it, oh my gosh, I'm brain
Valhalla.
Valhalla, thank you.
I 100%ed it and got the platinum, bro, so I know. Massive.
I felt overwhelmed in like the bad way, where I felt like this is too big and it's making me not want to do things in it.
Yeah, I want them to go
that's more expensive
and remake. I want them to do a from the ground up remake, but keep the scope of Assassin's Creed 2 to remind themselves what a tighter, smaller game can do for you. Because that's still today most people's favorite AC ever.
Yeah.
I think for me of the more recent ones, I think Odyssey was the one that I thought was like, mwah. Like
Odyssey was great.
Odyssey's fantastic.
I platinumed that too. Loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. Shadows isn't bigger than Valhalla. That was one thing they made a point to talk about, actually, is that, we want to make our games basically not as much Ubisoft bloat. They're not going to say that, but that's what they said.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Mirage was, of course, a more bite-sized outing, and it was priced that way. I think Hex is supposed to be. Is it? I can't remember anymore. It's been so many years.
I don't know. It's been a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they do.
Origin.
I'm rooting for them. We're all rooting for them.
Because
right?
Ancient Egypt. I like that setting. I just like the setting a lot. It was so cool.
I think they're all coming to Switch too. I'll say that.
I mean, there's no
reason
reason
to play on the go.
And they were already bringing a bunch of them to Switch, so like, there's
Yeah.
no reason not to keep that going with Switch too.
Exactly. And again, easy way to make some money. Start recouping some costs. Xbox, man. Their name's all over this event. All over it. So we know they got the handheld. But what software? They are a software company after all. Right?
They have so many.
Sometimes I wonder. Yeah.
Gears of War Reloaded.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
That literally comes out soon.
Does. Very soon. Like the 16th, right?
I think
I know I have it on my Excel sheet.
Is it the 28th? Wait, no, that's not the 26th.
Nah. 26 sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's the 26th.
It sounds right.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
End of August to September 12th, I think.
I think it's the week that we were going to PAX, if I remember right.
We're getting like 15 games, I think, that are coming out that I'm interested in. It's just like, really, guys? You couldn't spread this out a little bit?
Yeah, it's August 26th. Yep. Okay.
So 26, yeah. Kirby 28th, Shinobi 29th, and then it's so many
games.
insane.
Yeah.
Xbox, yeah, do you think they announced anything at the event for Switch 2 or any new games?
Other than
Not besides the Bethesda stuff, no.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be anything specifically for Switch 2. Because
outside of like, yeah, I feel like maybe new trailers where it just has like a Switch 2 logo as well as PlayStation and the Xbox logo is possible. I don't think any new announcements.
I think they might show Gears again because it's upcoming, and they might have a demo of it at their booth. And then they'll be on screen maybe with their handheld playing Silk Song or something, but I don't think it's going to be like a lot of stuff because they already have Bethesda that's obviously going to be doing something. But Xbox, as I said, maybe they want to advertise Gears and they have their own booth. I think Xbox's booth, by the way, is pretty much going to be just the handheld.
Yeah,
they're going to be heavily pushing the handheld at Gamescom.
I think so.
Like, you can play everything on it. Come to our booth.
I'm curious how that's going to do with that price tag.
Maybe watch the price tags even higher.
Could be.
I have no idea. I can't imagine. Like, I know, like we're fortunate that we see like the Nintendo system is at a price point that's not $800, but like these people think these price points are crazy. If you ever go look at like the margins on this stuff, it's so low. They really are like trying to sell it close to at cost because of how expensive it is, and it's the economy we're in, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. There is. I mean, the margins have always been thin on hardware, but in today's market, yeah.
It is what it is. All right, we probably move on to our next topic. I know the one that we've all been dancing around. The one that is in the title, baby. What are we talking about?
Yeah. All right. So we're going to be talking about the 3 Direct plan. Last week on the show, we had guest Attack the Backlog. He said that he heard about 2 Nintendo events that were upcoming, but wouldn't give a hint on when. Since then, Nash Weedle has come out on YouTube and stated that he is aware of a general Nintendo Direct next month and a 40th anniversary event next month. In the general, we're supposedly getting Metroid Prime 4 release date and an announcement of a future Metroid-specific Direct. In the 40th anniversary Direct, we will get a movie update, theme park thing, and one last game. So, question for the panel. First off, do we believe in this stuff? Do we think we have the multi-direct strategy incoming in the near future? Let's just say over the course of the next 2 months. What do we think the game plan is? When? What do they need to do with these events as well? Let's start with Prime.
So notably, I obviously think there's an upcoming Direct. There's just too much that we need to know that we don't know. And Nintendo needs marketing for first party stuff. And they usually do that at Directs. I think a big general Direct is obvious, and they usually do something in September anyways. I say usual, they haven't been on their usual plan for a while. So, but even setting like the logic aside that there obviously would be something, or they always celebrate Mario big anniversary, so there obviously is going to be something. They have an upcoming movie, so at bare minimum we got to see. So I get that, but we also have like some of the usual suspects that have been right lately about like the third party Direct and about Indie World. You know, we have Switch Force hasn't said that there'll be 2 events, or at least not yet that he said, but he did say the 3-phase plan and that he knew when the general Direct is. And he recently, I think yesterday, put on Twitter that he will tell people before the end of the month. So that's interesting. That might be something we get to talk about right before we go to PAX. And then, so this all sounds like believable. Like, forget that it's rumors. A general Direct, a Metroid Prime 4 Direct, and a Mario 40th. If you just told me randomly, hey, do you think this stuff's going to happen? Fuck yeah, dude. Why wouldn't it? Makes too much sense. It all makes sense. I kept, you know, I've been talking about this since these rumors came out. That I'm like, you know, we kind of joke around sometimes, but there's that song, Wake Me Up When September Ends. I think when we get to end of September, everyone's going to look back and think, oh, this marketing plan really wasn't actually that bad from Nintendo. It's just, we wish it was reverse ordered. We wish it was General Direct, then partner, then indie. But the partner in indie would have been overlooked if the general went first. So I really do like, I can't say I like anything yet, but I really expect this stuff to happen. So I think that I think what really is frustrating people is that we got the direct before the system came out. The system came out, and then there was just no announcements for like 2 months. And I think that was really frustrating for a lot of owners, where it felt like outside of launch, we weren't getting new games. Like for some people, it felt like until DK Bonanza came out, there was just nothing releasing for Switch 2. I just bought this new system. There's nothing coming out. And it's true. You go to the eShop, all the releases were just Switch 1 games. So you bought this new piece of hardware. And this is normal, right? Most console generations start out pretty slow. But even like Switch had like regular new releases, even just like random indie games, or like they just felt like there was a lot more dev kits out there for Switch 1 than there is Switch 2. So I feel like that, and there's been some stories about the dev kit stuff recently as well. Something I didn't even cover today because I realized it afterwards. But there's stories about some of the dev kit stuff. I think it was Jeff Gerstrom on his podcast talked about that. So again, tune in tomorrow for my show. I'll talk more about it there. But I'm really excited. I think this stuff is happening. I think it's all legit. Metroid Prime 4 needs its own dedicated direct. I feel like it needs to show us why this is the next level. Like we haven't had a Prime game in forever. Like actually Metroid Prime standard game. We haven't had one since, what year was it on Wii that it came out? It was a long time ago.
A long
2007.
On a platform far away.
Yeah. So like, yes, everything we've seen, what Stash has played and others, it looks and feels like Metroid Prime. But what I will say in watching it is I'm not getting what's so special about this one compared to the other ones. Like, what is the wow factor with this particular one? And don't get me wrong, if it's just more of the same Metroid Prime we know and love, that's great. Obviously, Metroid Prime's fantastic. There's a reason it reviews very well. People love what it is. But it feels like after such a long hiatus, we need that more. And I don't know what that is, but that's why you have the direct. Same thing with Bonanza. People were like, oh, Bonanza, we kind of get what it is. Then they did the direct and we're like, oh, wait a second. That's the more. That blew people away. And now look, it's a Game of the Year contender. So I think that's what we're expecting here. This is a game, a franchise that is pristine in the review space. The Prime games always review like 95 or higher, like every time.
Yep.
So you have to hold up to the expectations of the IP and also provide that wow factor. So I do think that a dedicated direct makes sense. I also think it makes sense to announce the release date before that dedicated direct, because that will also get people off your back that it's not actually coming out this year when you've been saying it is this year. So you just get that out the way, and then the next step's the dedicated direct, and then the game comes out. To me, that also would indicate that I don't think if they're announcing, if this is true and they're announcing it next month, that I think the direct probably happens early October, and it potentially could even be an October release. I don't think it's any later than November, just based on if they're announcing it in there. I don't think they're announcing it for 2 months later, and they do dedicated game directs, within a month of a game coming out. So I kind of feel like it could slip in there and be on an October game, and then they're just pairing it with Legends EA because they hit on two completely different audiences, and that'd be a killer October. But we'll see. Obviously, I have no idea. So that sounds really exciting to me. The general direct in general, I expect big things from this direct. I think the problem is people are so antsy. I think it's impossible for the direct to ever live up to anyone's expectations ever. That might be true of most general directs, to be honest. But it is a general, which means they're not just going to show what we know. We're going to see new stuff, and that new stuff is going to make 2026. We're going to see 2026 stuff that we don't know yet. And that's, I think, going to make people super hyped, because I think everyone's kind of waiting. Not everyone, but I think there's a chunk of the world that's waiting for Nintendo to just show the one game that people don't think could be done on Switch 1. Just one. Like every game that they have coming up all started development on Switch 1 besides Welcome Tour, and that's not the game that's going to excite people, right? Or Dragon Drive, right? Like that's not the kind of game that's going to excite people. So while, yeah, we could point out how, okay, well, Mario Kart World wouldn't be what it was if it wasn't without Switch 2. Donkey Kong Bonanza wouldn't be as good. They put in the dev interviews if it wasn't. Yeah, okay. But no one looks at those games and goes, yeah, okay, we needed Switch 2 to have an experience like this, even if we did from a technical standpoint. I mean, I think a big telling sign is like as great as Bonanza is, it's not even using DLSS. It's using FSR1, which is a Switch 1 technique. So it's like, you know, we're not really seeing that game that's taking full advantage of the hardware that blows your mind. So I feel like if they have one of those games in that direct, I think, and with all the solid release dates and the announcements and everything, I think that people will come away pretty happy. I just don't know what that game has to be in order to do that, because I think 3D Mario is the one game at the 40th. I think they're going to do, I think it's going to go, I think the 40th is actually going to be first. I think they're going to do that early September. That's just I'm guessing. I don't know. They did it early September for the 35th. So like, that's my correlation there. They did that really early in September. So that's why I think it'll be first. It could be last, because that would be kind of cool if you had this big direct and we're all excited and the 40th comes in. Oh my God. You just revealed like Ocarina of Time remake at one, and now you're revealing the new 3D Mario at the next 2026. Dustblood's on top. Gen 10 Pokemon. Holy shit. Well, yeah, that is holy shit. that would be pretty holy shit if that's all in the same year. Yeah, you're right. And that's before we even get to next year, where you know there's always more announcements. So yeah, I'm very excited by the prospect. I don't want to go through all of my possible predictions quite yet. Obviously, we'll do some predictions close, you know, especially once you get the Switch Force one where he's like telling us the week. It's like, okay, let's make some predictions then for that week. But really excited. Love this shit. Give me more. I live for this shit on my channel, man. I love these rumors. Even if this stuff is all fake, I'm just excited to talk about it. And if it's fake, then what the fuck is Nintendo doing? Because
it's exciting.
It's weird. We haven't had anything big happen since the Switch 2 came out. It's so weird. So let's go. Let's get to September. Wake me up when it's over.
I do want to mention someone in my chat said, and you know, everyone in the audience, take this with a grain of salt. I've never seen this person in my chat before. They say, keep your eyes open for September 14th or 17th. Two major PlayStation exclusives are coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Got news from an insider. Never seen this person before. So
okay.
Could just be someone having fun.
For a moment I was like, wait, is this the one guy?
September 14th. So on a
September
Sunday?
14th or 17th.
So on a Sunday, we're getting a new game
I guess
with the
so.
Sunday paper.
Yeah.
And the Best Buy ad.
They should have just stopped at the 14th. It would have sounded at least semi-believable. Throwing the 17th in there, I'm like, okay, games don't release.
But,
I mean, I'd take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. But like indie games drop every day. But like from Sony, not on a Sunday. No.
Yeah.
With that being said, Stash Man, take it away. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think these are happening? What do you think the plan is?
Well, what did I say last week? What did I say the week before? What did I say in your video?
Yeah.
What, 6 weeks ago?
Yeah.
All of this.
Yeah.
So yes, I still think it's happening. It was interesting hearing this. I'm like, this is what I said. This is what we said.
Yeah, literally. This comes out, and I'm like, I think we just literally all said this is what we thought the plan might be. And then all of a sudden, the rumors come out for it. It's like, okay,
it keeps happening. It's cool. I mean, the universe is interesting.
We speculate a lot on this show. There's probably a lot of stuff we go back that hasn't come true. Of course, it just so happens that when it comes to like predicting events, it just seems to happen. And we have this thing where somehow we manifest franchises coming back from the dead. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah.
I think some of us are like legit though on the same page.
Yeah.
Like truly. There's things that I've said and I hear it in someone else's video, and I won't say who, but we're like consistently on the same page. and it's cool. You know, it's interesting. And a lot of it does come true, which is nice. So the general direct, yes, 100%. Again, we know why we need a general direct. We don't need to go into detail about it. I do believe, again, Metroid needs a direct. It's been in development since 2017, right?
Yep.
Why would you not? It doesn't cost Nintendo money. Like, they don't have to pay YouTube money to hold a direct presentation. This is free advertising. You don't have to pay to run a commercial, the Super Bowl. The direct is your free advertising. You have to do it for Metroid. Okay? Just like Donkey Kong. Very successful. Mario Kart. Obviously, it's going to get a spotlight. Mario. Yeah, again, obviously, we're getting the 40th. You know what I mean? Like, these are just very obvious what we're getting, right?
I just realized that we're 3 mustachioed men.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Stash, but what do you put in your mustache? Surely you use a product to keep it nice.
Yeah, it's called, it's right here.
Oh,
it's a little faded.
I think I've seen that before.
This is called.
I love that logo. It looks like straight from an 80s cartoon.
You know what it is? Okay, so watch.
No, it's a little bit out of focus.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Biblical Beard Company, and that is Samson.
Oh,
and
snap.
the slogan on the back of the box says that if I shave, basically I'll lose all my strength. It's so funny.
That's so rad, dude. I love that.
And this was at a period where I was trying out different mustache waxes, and I tried a handful out, and this one literally stuck. And so I've been using it now for years. This is the only one I buy.
Nate, please grow yours out a little bit longer so we could all twist.
Nah. I have I do use some oils for the beard sometimes. I like to keep it feeling nice.
You gotta.
Not so prickly or itchy.
Yep.
But
okay, so General Metroid Mario, yes, been saying it for months. As far as when it's gonna happen, we've been talking about this timeline too, right? So I'm glad that we're like unanimously on the same page. It seems like seems like Switch Force is on that page, which is great. Watched him for a long time. Nash Weedle seems to be on that same page. I do think he's a trustworthy person and does have connections. And I've watched his interviews. He honestly seems like a genuine, nice person. Good guy. He ain't doing this for the fame. And he's doing it for the love of the game, be quite honest. You watch some of Andres' videos, he seems to be on the same page. Like, we're all kind of universally on the same page as far as what's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, right? I don't know the day. We don't know the day and time. We never will. We never know the day and time Nintendo's coming.
Totally.
As far as the details, the movie update, sounds right. We talked about that. You got to start that marketing machine, right? Best time to do it is the Mario 40th. That's definitely the best time to start and give us the first trailer. Theme park thing, it sounds right. They're probably going to do a 40th anniversary celebration there. They'll probably have a new graphics package at the theme park, right?
Yeah.
They'll probably have a new wristband, the little wristband thing that scans at the theme park, the Mario one. They have tons of different editions. They'll totally have a 40th. They'll talk about that. They're probably going to have other cool things like the Vans shoes. You know, when they did that I still have all my Nintendo Vans.
And the Pumas. They did Pumas.
Pumas, yeah.
Yeah, I have
like
two
that.
pairs of those. Yeah.
Nice for you. Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit of everything. It'll be fun. As far as a new game, again, this is a game I was talking about last year, right? Super Mario Brothers Switch 2 edition. Wonder.
Yeah.
That's really picked up a lot of steam now. And the other game I've been talking about since last year was Galaxy 2 HD. Those are the big ones picking up steam. Now, look, I would love to see the new 3D Mario, a glimpse of it. maybe give us the Switch 2 edition of Wonder with the, I think we'll get DLC. I think that's why we don't have DLC. They saved it, just like they did with Kirby. You know, very smart. Kirby's probably going to sell very well. And I think you do that. If you did that for the 40th and then show us the first glimpse or the first trailer of 3D Mario, that could be huge. But also the other thing I did talk about was the 3D All-Stars.
Yep.
And how I want a proper version of these games. I want them running at 4K 60 because you can do it. I know you can do it. I've seen it done. So again, Nintendo can do it. Just a matter of if they will. But dude, Super Mario 64, 4K 60. What if they gave us orchestrated soundtrack too?
Oh man.
Dude, like give us the Mario Kart World soundtrack treatment. But with like Dire Docks. Oh God. That would hit so good. So yeah, that's my final answer. Not only is it believable, but I believe in it. I believe it's coming.
Oh yeah. Sandstorm, do we think Nintendo has 3 more directs up their sleeve?
I definitely think so. So speaking about the general direct, I feel like that's the one that obviously makes the most sense.
Sure.
We have gotten to the point where we're kind of starting to move into the fall cycle. Of course, we do have a couple games that are out there that have a release date to them. But like all you guys have mentioned, there's still plenty that's on the slate for 2025 that we don't have release dates for. I know we talked earlier about Gamescom and Elden Ring being shown off, and possibly getting a date for that. I also think that it's a perfect opportunity to either re-show or show for the first time the release date for Elden Ring. I also think it's an opportunity for Square to finally give us a date for Final Fantasy VII as well. Because those were 2 like really big games in that lineup that we don't have a date for. And this is like the perfect time for it.
It'd be a good time to square things up for sure.
Yes, absolutely. I tried to find a follow-up for that and couldn't figure it out. Enix with the X, right? So I think a general direct, plus obviously under Nintendo's helm as well, right? Metroid Prime 4, we don't have a date for. We ironically still don't have an actual date for Zelda as well, too. We just know it's going to be in the winter, so something a little more solidified for that as well. I also am under the belief that Prime needs its own direct. So at this point, you know, we've gotten little tidbits of Prime, right? Psychic powers, better engine, you know, things like that. But like the actual full story of what's really going on here, I think we need that. So definitely believable. The 40th, I think that goes without question. There's definitely a direct for the 40th of Mario. Do we get to see some pieces of the movie? No, but I do think we do get like that teaser, right? Of like, but we want to know, like, what's going on? You know, like Mario jumps out, and then you see Peach and like the rest of the gang jump out of a white background. And then, like, I don't know, they do some silliness, and then you see that POW, Super Mario World title. And then you're like, yes, it's here. But, like, do we actually get any detail about it? Outside of the actors, maybe. I think they're gonna hold it tight. You might get that real quick montage reel. You know how they like to do, like the quick
Little
5
sizzle.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sizzle
You might
teaser.
get that, but I think that's as far as it goes. As far as the movie itself, Universal Studios related things, definitely, absolutely. Getting some sort of collaboration with somebody, definitely, absolutely. I think you'll get both of those. I also think that whatever they decide to do in the collaboration, that will open up like that point in time. Pre-orders will open up like right then and there. So get your wallets ready, because whatever it is, you're gonna want it. And I think if you don't jump on it at that point in time, it's going to be sold out. As far as everything else, because I still, so what's crazy is, and I know we don't really talk about this as much, there's still a lot of indie titles in there too that don't have release dates as well. And they're supposed to be in 2025.
Well, at least we got the Mina date. That was one big indie title for me.
Yeah.
Crossed off the list.
Totally.
Obviously, we got Hades too.
Mm-hmm.
And I played it, months ago. So it's got to be coming soon here.
Witchbrook is another. I always talk about that one all the time. Witchbrook is another one that got shown off with the original Switch, as it's one of its last solo debut directs, and that's slated for 2025 too. So there's a few even on the indie titles that need another direct to kind of give placement as to where those are going to be as well. So yeah, I definitely think that they're going to do that. And honestly, I think it's a really smart idea. It seems to me, and it really feels like Nintendo kind of has not necessarily a chokehold over the industry, but they are like very, we are the center of attention right now. So we're gonna, let me check. There we go. Okay. We are the center of attention right now. So we're gonna move according to how we move, and how we're moving lately is like in spurts. So if they shoot you, it is gonna hurt. But I think it's one of those, I think they're kind of very much in a like Marvel idea of how they're doing stuff. Like phase 1 is complete, phase 2 has been taken operation, and now we're in the phase 3 period. So let's go ahead and trickle out a little bit more. You won't see the end game quite yet, but you can definitely see where we're going. So
I think it's logical how they're doing this. A lot of people want all of this to be front loaded.
Yeah.
But it's like this is like any wrestling pay-per-view, any boxing pay-per-view. You're gonna show the Tyson fight first or last, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna show the title match at WrestleMania first or last. Like you're always gonna build up to that moment. If they gave us a general direct first and then gave us an indie world after, people wouldn't tune in as much to the indie world. But more people did because we're clamoring for new games and new news.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It seems a lot of people are very perplexed with how they're doing this. And it's like, this is standard practice, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's like an annual thing where people are just upset with how it's going.
But they
direct
seem to be
side.
very
This is like-
confused about why they're doing it specifically with Switch 2 this way. It's like,
but doesn't that seem like a tradition at this point? Like I feel it's like every year it's like, what the hell's Nintendo thinking? Where's the direct? What's the next game? Like it's every year, dude.
The internet's always that way. Yeah.
I think the thing is like, I think so. Looking back at the original Switch, I think a lot of people assume A plus B equals C all the time. And looking back at the original Switch, coming into the original Switch from the Wii U, it was like we weren't really getting too much, and when we were, it was just them. So like you were only getting Nintendo games, really. You may have been getting some third parties every now and then, but it really wasn't to that level. And so when they moved into the Switch, it was like, okay, this is what we're targeting, and this is what we're doing. We got our big hitters already ready because they were a lot of them, let's be honest, were ready for Wii U at that point. Breath of the Wild being one of them. And so when I would say relatively newcomers to Nintendo kind of jumped on that wagon, it was like, oh, we got to get the big hitters all the time. 2017 was crazy. No, 2018 was great, you know? And so now that they're at the point where like everybody's kind of bought in, it's like, okay, we just gave y'all something special. Like that, we just tried to get as many people into the game as possible. And now that we have you all in here, it's like, now we can kind of ease your wallet, if you will.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do feel that people need to be more patient, right? Obviously, but I will also say this. This is one of the weirdest launches I can remember. We went through that whole launch history heading up to Switch 2. And the big thing is like what was very consistent about all those launch windows is Nintendo's major IPs. There was one always present. And while we could say Mario Kart is that one, because they've never launched with one, right? But they had it like in the launch window of Switch. The bottom line is like in 2017, yeah, you had Breath of the Wild that blew people away at launch. Let's say DK Bonanza's that. Okay, and we knew about DK Bonanza coming in. But we also knew about Mario. So like we not knowing about any of their tentpole big name console selling games before the system came out, that even if it's not coming, even if it was 2026, that I think is what has people like on edge a little bit. It's kind of like you kind of brought your B tier slate of games, and I'm not saying B tier in terms of game quality. I just mean in terms of the sales expectations. Besides
Mario Kart World, though, okay. I was about to say, that's
gonna be selling game on the system, you know. Besides Mario Kart, but Mario Kart has never been one of those games that's like blown people away. It's always been a system seller, but it's never been like, you know, the game that people think about when they're thinking about their favorite games on a console. Usually, besides people that like N64, Josh, it's probably true for him. Mario Kart's probably one of his favorite games every gen.
Yeah.
But I think it's just one of those things where the lack of information, the lack of not knowing when games are coming, and then the lack of not even having one major, massive, impressive game announced. And I think Nintendo, to be clear, I think Nintendo thought Dust Bloods was going to be that game. I think they positioned that because it's an exclusive from Software.
Yeah.
Like I think they thought that was the one that would do it. But then people felt dampened when they found out that it's a multiplayer game.
Yeah, PvP game.
So it was kind of like, oh, we thought this was going to be some big epic exclusive RPG for Nintendo, but it's a PvP game. So like that really dampened that excitement. And so then it's like, well, where's the established? Well, I mean, for me, as someone who loves Nintendo, the crazy thing is I love all the games so far that it appears we're getting this year. And that's without the big guns. That means the middle of this generation is going to be slapping. And that's awesome. But also, I can get why it's a little frustrating when you spent more on a system than you've ever spent on a Nintendo system before. You don't know when any of the games that you are kind of interested in are coming. And the ones that you really, really want that you might have bought the system for because you know it comes every gen. You know, a new Mario, you know, a new Zelda's coming, you know, a new Animal Crossing's coming, you know, a new Splatoon is coming, you know, like these games are coming, but none of them are announced.
Yeah.
Even teased. Like Zelda's the one thing that I talked about last year that I thought would have been perfect to tease this year because they always tease it years before it comes out.
Yeah.
So like and I felt like back then that they needed to do it just to settle people's minds down that that's not the kind of experience we're getting now, but it's coming and look at this.
Yeah. My only Prime, I think you make some good points. My only issue with it is like, dude, Switch 2 just came out. Like
69 days ago.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 3 months, It literally just came out. September's we're getting the big direct soon.
Sure.
We're getting it within 3 to 4 months of the console launching. I think we're in a good place. I understand, it's that saying, gamers are insatiable,
They are
but and
insatiable.
obviously everyone wants to see a new Zelda or a new mainline Mario at launch. And we're all itching to see, the next mainline Pokemon games, or what's happening with Animal Crossing, or, what Splatoon Raiders is. That Splatoon Raiders could be something truly special. We just don't know yet, because all we have is kind of a mysterious trailer on that game. But I think that people should, dude, historically, September Directs are the best. In my opinion. I think just hang in there a little bit. And if September rolls through and the direct is underwhelming, then it's okay, maybe your complaints feel a little bit more valid that we haven't had that huge one more thing moment, but give it till September at least, because that's the big one.
I know. Well, I was just trying to point out, though, for me, it's the impressive game, just knowing it's coming, and every single console that Nintendo's launched, we knew about that impressive game before the system came out. And we didn't this time, and we still don't now. And 3 months isn't that far away. Sure. It's literally the first week of September. It's 3 weeks from now. And this month, we know nothing's really going to get better, because this month we already know the games that they're going to be demoing. We've already seen them. We already know them. And on top of that, the 2 games from Nintendo this month, one's DLC to a Switch 1 game, and the other one is not reviewing well and is a $20 kind of side dish. So people are going to feel like we had launch game, and then we had DK Bonanza, and that's it for 3-4 months.
So it kind of makes me wonder, because I do see what you're saying. It kind of makes me wonder if they thought that the GameCube was going to hold people over a little bit longer than what it did. Because I feel like there's quite a few people who are just we all got hyped over, Soul Calibur 2 and, F-Zero. Now, mind you, on my channel, we talk about F-Zero all the time. I don't think there's as many people who actually play F-Zero as they claim to do, but that's.
I agree.
F-Zero 99 still gets full lobby.
I also think it's too hard for a lot of people these days.
I think
F-Zero 99 the other day. It was full lobby.
Okay, so I think it's full lobby under those circumstances.
Well, it's I don't want to say a free game, but basically a free game.
Right.
Great game.
So I would say I don't know if that was kind of their logic with it, but I also wonder too. I feel almost like this is kind of indicative of old school Nintendo mixed with new school, and I'm talking about old school as in NES Nintendo. Is we know you guys have games and stuff like that coming out, but it makes me wonder if are they the ones hold your horses, don't release yet because it's about to get crazy, or is it the third party studios? Because I know the whole dev kit thing and all that, but is it the third party studios who are we're gonna wait, the game's there, but we're gonna wait just a little bit, because if it's Nintendo telling them to wait, it's interesting how they're setting it up, right? Now I will say this: as far as people buying games during the summer, I know that the summertime is a lot slower. But I also feel like that's never really stopped Nintendo from dropping anything at any point in time.
They march to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah,
they don't have. There's no rule or guideline with Nintendo.
Yeah, I feel like you drop a Mario in June, it would sell. Well, I won't say it would sell just as well, but it would still sell pretty well if it dropped in June. Same with Zelda.
Helps that a lot of their biggest games are evergreen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they don't just sell at launch; they sell for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think as far as timing, their only concerns is do these games cannibalize each other? Outside of that, I think they could look at Mario or a new mainline Zelda and think
Mhm.
any month of the year is fine. We can these games are big deals. We could launch it whenever we want to.
Yeah.
You know, ideally you do want to get that holiday space because all the excitement and like the shopping spirit. But if Nintendo releases the next mainline Zelda, they could drop it January, February, March, April, May, June, July, etc. And I don't think they're sweating over it.
DK Bonanza is a GOTY contender. It dropped in July, and if it does get nominated, it's probably going to get a big boost in sales in December.
Oh, absolutely. And again, when the movie comes out.
Yeah,
I do want to jump back. I want to give my comments on the topic because I didn't get to say any thoughts on this. Stash said it perfectly earlier. We're kind of all on the same page here. We all have been for a very, very long time, months at this point. It feels like. I even said last week I clipped it on Twitter just because I thought it was funny. At the start of one of the last week's topics, I said that I think, the 4-pronged approach, we had just had a presentation for the indies. And I said that I think we have the mainline direct coming, something for Mario's 40th anniversary. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a single focus direct that focuses on Metroid Prime 4. I still believe that. I mean, and I don't think it's that like, oh, we're getting these 3 directs specifically in September. I'm saying like between today and between maybe the first or even second week of October, we're gonna see all this stuff. Now, as a caveat, I think there is an opportunity for a missed opportunity here from Nintendo. And what I mean by that is not affecting Mario's 40th. I think that's a guarantee. I think it makes a lot of sense. Stash, like, I don't even need, you guys all covered it, so I don't need to go into detail. Possibly new Mario, some updated Mario content from the past, movie, theme park stuff. That all makes sense. Maybe some new goodies, merchandise, that sort of thing. You guys covered it. That's a no-brainer. I 100% on board with that happening. Second no-brainer, full-scale direct, probably the best one of the year. We might see an Ocarina of Time remake. We might see some dormant IPs get full reimaginings that we haven't seen in a long time. Maybe new Fire Emblem, maybe the next Monolith game. There's a lot of potential.
Earthbound 64
Warriors, release date. Earthbound 64, 100%. But it's going to be a big one, both for first party, third party, and new announcements that are going to take us by surprise. Those two, I think, are in the bag. I said this last week. The caveat is Prime 4 because it makes way too much. It makes so much sense for them to drop a game-focused direct on this one. It's the game that needs it the most, more than DK Bonanza did. And we see the wonders that did for DK Bonanza. This game needs it. We've only seen a small vertical slice of the game from the beginning. Now, there's a few outcomes with the game. One, it's just like Prime said, it's just like Metroid Prime 1, 2, 3, but bigger and better, with some new mechanics, more beautiful than the rest. Two, there's some new innovation or open worldness or something that takes us way above and beyond what we've ever seen before in the series. Or three, I think that the third surprise could be multiplayer in a mainline Prime game. That's been, kept close to the chest.
Yeah.
But the opportunity for the missed opportunity on this one is the potential for no game focused direct, and instead a Nintendo Today overview trailer, like a 10-minute overview trailer or something like that. Which,
about those.
Don't get me wrong, the game needs a 10-minute spotlight on it, whether it's in direct form or overview trailer. But this is a game that's niche. This is a game that has critical acclaim and praise, and is, like Prime said, consistently one of the highest reviewed games on every release. Give this game the marketing and attention it deserves. It will help this game sell more. if you do a focus direct that people tune in, they're like, what's this Metroid Prime crap? And go, holy shit, I've got to play that. Better yet, make this game a bundle. I know we already have a Pokemon bundle, but if they do a $50 bundle, a $50 Prime 4 bundle where you get the game for $50, it's going to encourage people who wouldn't normally pick up the game to get the bundle because it comes with the game, and leaves the opportunity to create brand new fans for a game they would have never bought in the first place. But regardless, I think these 3 presentations are coming. I say between now and early to mid October, but I think it's a no-brainer. I think the only caveat could be Prime 4, where it's a Nintendo today. It's my worry.
What about Prime 2 and 3?
2 and 3. Now that's the interesting one.
I feel like you need a direct for all this Prime stuff, and
Yeah.
it needs to be at 7 p.m. Prime time, baby.
Hell yeah.
Man, you were just on it today.
And then who do we need to be a special guest to announce it? Prime time himself, right?
What are you eating over there, GameBird?
It's a Chipotle bowl.
Oh my god, you fucker!
We need
Steak bowl.
Prime time Neon Dion Sanders, right?
I'm trying to keep up with Stash, man. Like, I swear, like 80% of our pods, he shows up with a meal.
Dude, he was
or
just eating
Michaela's
candy
delivering
earlier.
him a
He was
meal.
eating candy or something earlier. Oh, the trail.
I'm still walking that same trail.
There's still candy there. The extra M&Ms.
Yeah, kind of. I've been picking them out probably too much.
Probably. Meanwhile, I'm just over here like, well, shit, I haven't ate since 10 a.m. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. Dude, these directs, man. I'm just so excited because it's clear we're getting something. Fuck the rumors. When we're at the end of September, I think we're going to be very happy people. I think a lot of people are going to be. I'd be shocked if we get to the end of September and everyone's still mad. I mean, there'll always be someone mad.
Yeah, I was going to say always be.
Can't please everyone, but
someone will be upset that we didn't get
this at nauseum on the podcast, so I apologize.
Someone will be upset we didn't get it. What?
I made a video about it. You guys, both of you guys were in the video. We still don't know what Nintendo's big holiday game is this year. The holiday game is, if not the biggest game of the year, the second biggest game of the year. Does Nintendo have something for November that matches the level of DK Bonanza or Mario Kart World? What's the big Nintendo holiday game?
What could make it a November to remember sales event?
Right?
Pokemon is in October, so I guess that's not.
And Pokemon is a Switch One game
level of.
So I don't think it counts.
Of the Lexus November to remember sales event commercials.
So I'm not so sure we're going to get a new game announced for the holidays, but anymore anyways. But I kind of have this mindset. If Age of Imprisoment's a 2026 game, then why the fuck did we see it at the third party direct? Like they could have waited. They could have waited. They don't have to show us that again right now if that's not coming until January, February, March.
It is definitely a December game.
I think it's actually going to be the November game.
Interesting.
Now, this is because the trailer off of that direct in Australia said it was coming in spring. Well, spring in Australia is literally September, October, November. November is really close to when winter begins in the Northern Hemisphere. Not quite. Some people consider it then because of snow, but it technically doesn't begin until December 20th. But the big thing is Nintendo has a history of this where they have said a game comes in winter and it actually releases in November. So since you can actually go back, Nintendo has said this several times with different games over the years where they say winter 2020, whatever. And then it turns out that it's actually November. So if the spring thing, November, and then if Nintendo has done winter before, but yet it's been a November release, kind of feels like that's going to be the big one. And you might go, well, it's a spin-off game. How's it big? I'm like, well, it is one of the cleanest looking games we have seen shown for Switch 2 so far. Like, it actually looks very pretty. And that could be the thing. It's Zelda. It's pretty. It is tied to the most popular games Zelda's ever had. It's canonical. So this could be the thing that makes the Zelda fans jump over because they want a canon story. So I think that it could be that. And I know it's not going to like outsell like I don't know if it's going to outsell like Pokemon Legends EA, but that's already coming anyways, right? And that's still going to sell. Mario Kart's still going to be selling. Donkey Kong's still going to be selling. So you combine it with the games that are going to keep selling this holiday. I think it's actually, I mean, the biggest seller this holiday is probably going to be Pokemon because it's bundled in with Switch 2.
Yeah,
right. Like, it's literally bundled. That's going to be like probably the biggest selling game this holiday. But
totally,
this gives people who already have a Switch 2 that thing to play this holiday, but they're not buying the Switch 2 to play. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And then I kept thinking like, well, what are they going to do in December? Maybe that's when Kirby Air Riders comes out. Maybe it's that December game.
I think. I mean, you might be onto something. I have a feeling the holiday game is a game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the holiday game is a game we haven't seen yet. Hasn't been.
That'd be sick.
Yet.
I would love it to be because
that's just my gut feeling.
That means more games.
What if we actually got a holiday game and it was like a new Home Alone game?
Holy crap!
Or they brought Home Alone to the NES NSO.
The HD.
Home Alone 2 on the SNES. That was my jam.
You know who should have? Yeah,
I did.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It's awesome.
I have it on the shelf. Home Alone 1 on NES. We have to run away for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know who would have made a killer Home Alone game?
Is like completely different from the first one.
You know who would have made a killer Home Alone game? Is it like when they were in their prime? Telltale. I think Telltale Games would have made a killer Home Alone.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah, Telltale partner up with Nintendo.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for Wolf Among Us too.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Maybe that's what Disney's bringing to Gamescom. Home Alone game made by Telltale.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, but no, for real. Why don't we ever have a holiday game?
Yeah, I want GameBird to be right. I want it to be a surprise game we don't know about because that just means we're getting more games sooner.
No, I mean, like, I want Mario in a Santa hat. Like, I want a holiday-themed Nintendo game.
Oh,
I already know what that game needs to be. Luigi's Mansion. I think like a haunted Christmas Luigi's Mansion sounds awesome.
Were you the one who first said that?
I've been saying it for a long time, so it's possible.
When you said that definitely hit with me. And I'm like,
yeah,
that would be extremely
cool.
It's
iconic. It would be so cool.
Dude, Luigi's Mansion 4 with some sort of mansion in a winter wonderland.
Such a good idea.
We already know that like Halloween and Christmas are great crossovers ever since Nightmare Before Christmas. Really like brought it to light that actually this is like a really cool contrast that works well together. Doing that in a Luigi's Mansion game would be so sick. It would probably just the aesthetic look of it alone would probably make it my favorite Luigi's Mansion game without even having played it. And that's crazy to say, but I just love that aesthetic so much.
Oh, plus the advancements of which Switch 2 can do for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody B in my chat said it maybe in a abandoned mall.
Oh,
that's such a good setting. Like for
a good setting.
Especially now in 2025 where malls are actually being abandoned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that adds to it a lot. That'd be really fun.
Some toy stores in there.
Or a carnival.
Carnival's a good one. Yeah, like old like shuttered theme parks, right? That have closed down and are all dilapidated now, like stuff like that. Last of Us had an episode in the game, right? Like where it's an abandoned mall Stranger Things had, those episodes wasn't abandoned. It was
No,
actually
What's in the
peak.
80s? Yeah, it was in
Yeah,
the 80s.
so it was at the peak, but it's like
80s and 90s, peak of them all time, baby.
they're just fun settings in
Yeah.
general in video games. What was the game that Capcom does that was in the mall? Was it Dead Rising?
Dead Rising.
Dead
Yeah.
Rising. Yep.
It's fun setting, but do it with Luigi's Mansion. Oof. Good idea.
That would be a good
lot
one.
too.
I like that.
Portable
Now
setting.
I'm going to be really disappointed when that's not what the game is.
What if there's like a old closed down GameStop in the mall?
Here's the problem. My expectations are now for this to be what the next Luigi's Mansion is. So whenever it comes and it's not this, I'm going to be like, fuck.
What if the mansion was attached to the mall by an underground passage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
that's so cool.
sick. Dude, it has a Secret Santa mission in it. Dude, that'd be awesome. One of the fucking ghosts is Santa Claus. Oh man, dude, I can have all those little elf minions that you're also trying to capture and take care of, and then all of a sudden, the 12 reindeer. Oh,
Dude, they should totally do that.
13 reindeer. Forgot about you, Rudolph. My bad.
I want to see a legit holiday theme video game, like not this Grinch game that I forget. It was a Game Mill maybe that makes it, or OG Games. I want a legit holiday game. We don't have it. Like we don't have anything like that. You notice that? We don't
Nintendo
have like
really
a holiday video game or a Thanksgiving video game. I feel like there's a market for that if you do it right.
Well, they exist. There's some
Absolutely.
There's some indie ones that do it, but yeah, there's not like any major ones today, really. That I can think of.
The last one that I can think of,
About it.
the last one I can think of, and I don't know if you would even count it, but I'm gonna say you can technically, is The Division. Because it takes place during Thanksgiving.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I played that game. That was actually kind of cool.
That was like COVID before COVID. Crazy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games that came out Dreamcast launch was Blue Stinger by Activision. And it's in a mall and it's during Christmas and there's zombies. You got stores you could go in, and this was a launch game. So at the time it was a real graphical showcase, right? Very cool game. The biggest thing I remember about the game, the setting in the mall, Christmas, zombies, a lot of fun. They need to do stuff like that more.
When I was younger, every Christmas I'd always play Club Penguin.
Club Penguin?
Club Penguin on PC. Couldn't help it. Classic.
That's funny because
What about Neopets?
Oh my God, the Neopets.
Mine was South Park.
I would.
64?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
We played that a lot back in the day.
Hey, we had a South Park game not too long ago that was like winter themed.
Yeah.
The like PvP one.
It was like straight to Woot also. It did not sell good, so
No, it did not.
yeah.
But see, there was an attempt. Maybe that's why they don't do it.
Snow Bros just came out with Snow Bros Winter Wonderland.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's their natural habitat.
Oh my God. All right. Let's get to. Do we have anything else we want to talk about with this topic before we get to the super chats? I think we're good. We're not really doing predictions right now. That'll be a later time.
Yeah.
Which I feel like will be very similar to our last predictions.
Probably.
We can predict multiple events, so we'll see. We haven't done anything for the 40th yet at all. So, all right.
True.
Jimzo up in here says, is Switch 2 due for some 4X strategy games? Yes. Yes. Yeah. I have a feeling they're coming. They might be waiting for the system to have a bit more install base, but I fully believe they're coming.
I agree. You got to use that as not Joy-Cons, man.
Was Final Fantasy Tactics coming to Switch 2? Was that?
Yeah,
sure is. I have it pre-ordered.
Okay.
Just PSA for all the physical heads out there. Remember, you can buy the Switch 1 version, and you get a free Switch 2 upgrade. Different from the other Square Enix games like Dragon Quest 3. You got to choose which SKU you want. No upgrade. They made it crystal clear. It's in their FAQ. But Tactics, you can be more tactical about it.
There you go.
Which is what I did.
Tat the Backlog was here earlier. He missed the topic where his name came up. You wanted to watch before he conked out. Yeah, he's not on this show. You can actually go to bed at a decent time. Karkun. This is actually kind of cookies. Karkun has this thing that they wanted us to talk about in a moment, and this plays into it. So today's 4-player layout or 4-person layout made me feel very nostalgic for the N64. So many memories of local multiplayer. Still have VHS of a play session of Super Mario Bros. 64 and GoldenEye. And then they said this for the dealer's choice N64 best split screen memory. So let's have some fun with that one. We all got the split screen memories, right? There's no way. We're all in that age group.
God, yeah, of course.
So
I mean, we should probably say outside of GoldenEye, right?
Yeah,
GoldenEye is the answer, but what outside of that?
The fight over Odd Job.
What outside of that in Perfect Dark, right? Let's get out of that realm and just talk about what outside of the.
So if we take away Perfect Dark, take away that next we take away Mario Kart and Smash Bros.
Yeah, now you're at
split screen. To be fair,
yeah, it's not split. And like easy. You think multiplayer? Like obviously, Revenge isn't split screen. None of the wrestling games are.
Inventive.
Yeah, so
Donkey Kong was absolutely terrible as a split screen.
Obviously you have F-Zero. That was great. Mario
Doom was Doom split screen.
I can't remember.
I've got two memories, but I don't care about your rules. I'm mentioning GoldenEye because I have a very I have a very vivid memory from that of just. So I remember parents yelling because the hour was late, having like friends stay in the night, a couple friends stay in the night. And what we did, I wish I remembered the name of the level, but it was one of the more confusing looking levels. And we did mines only was our rules. Only the landmines. And so just hundreds of mines planting all around every hall, floor, corridor, and just the explosion, like hearing the explosions going off in the distance and forgetting where you placed your own mines and just just nonstop death and us screaming and yelling and parents telling us to shut up and stuff. So that's a big one. And then the other one, and probably my favorite, is Smash Brothers, man. Because this was like, obviously this is way back, but I'm sure it was the same for you guys. We were having Smash tournaments before Smash tournaments were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just a group of friends screaming and laughing over Smash Brothers for hours.
Yeah.
But Smash Brothers ain't split screen.
It's not split screen.
So I got
true.
I got
he did say split screen. So then Mario Kart, you got to go with Mario Kart. It's Block Fortress.
Lots of split screen Mario Kart.
The versus mode Block Fortress in Mario Kart.
So what do you got? So I got a few. Everybody's had the mine moment, the landmine moment with GoldenEye. I first learned that I was not the best player in the world at Star Fox 64 when I had to play my other relatives, and I'm like, I'm doing the loop. Like I should be behind them. It works in the game. It works in the regular game. And they're like, nah, we'll just do the loop too. Like, how do you get behind me? So, yeah, that Duke Nukem.
Nice.
There we go.
That was definitely a lot of outrageous moments. Definitely Perfect Dark. And the same sentiments of GoldenEye, except for slappers in that one gets ridiculous. And also, even if I couldn't use GoldenEye, I would use The World Is Not Enough instead. And that game, I felt like it was in certain ways it was a step up from GoldenEye. But we always like to just use the handguns because they made this like clack, 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 clack noise, and you could actually see like the recoil of it. And but I definitely would have to say that amongst all of those, probably the one that was the two that was the worst for us was dang, it just slipped my mind. What's Retro's other game? Besides
Rare?
Or Rare, yeah.
Conquer?
No. Before all of that.
Jet Force Gemini?
Jet Force Gemini. Yeah. The how clunky it was to like bend down and like roll over and trying to, get out of somebody's shot. That was terrible. And the other one was Pod Racer.
Yeah, that's a good one. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Yep.
I got one.
I
got one that no one was probably going to bring up. It only exists on the N64. There is no other version of this anywhere else, even though this game has been remastered. The multiplayer in Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64.
Yeah.
The teddy bears versus the squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
The machetes flying all over the place. The pissing everywhere. Dude, that game, that multiplayer mode was fucking awesome. And I remember when Eric got an Xbox for Christmas and like, oh, we're going to play the remastered of this. Oh, these visuals. Let's go to the multiplayer. No, they literally got rid of that multiplayer and replaced it with something significantly worse that just wasn't even fun.
Shame.
Now, granted, yeah, the main game was great and that was good. Like the visual upgrades for the main game, they didn't mess with that. The game was still awesome, but they stripped out this amazing multiplayer mode. And I still to this day don't know why. That multiplayer is so good. I don't even know how to describe it. Eric, and our friends, we have so many hours. We might have as many hours sunk into that multiplayer as we did Mario Kart. It was crazy fun. If you guys have never lived back in that heyday, I keep hoping that it comes to N64 NSO so people can experience that multiplayer mode online. Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
All right, I got one that no one said, which I'm surprised. Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I was waiting for
that's a good one.
for someone.
Diddy Kong, man, that was great. That's an honorable mention though, because the main one is definitely Mario Kart 64, Block Fortress.
Yeah,
Cousin Jim and I.
Best memories.
Yeah, we had, dude. That's all you play was Block Fortress.
Dude, Block Fortress.
That was life.
Good. We've still, in my opinion, not gotten a versus map as good as Block Fortress.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I do. It's kind of sad.
It's
Definitely.
Oh man,
it's the best.
Yeah, they should just bring it back.
They should bring it back. Just exactly how it was. I don't care.
You should get rid of everything. Just leave that the only one.
I don't
do
care.
like
Don't
Call
even
of Duty
touch up the
does
graphics.
with next time.
Yeah, I was about to say keep the 64, keep the retro aesthetic.
Everything. Just let us play that. I mean, I guess we can, right?
I mean, yeah,
On the NSO,
technically,
but
it ain't the same.
it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Demonic Brawler says bring back NFL Blitz and NBA Jam and NHL hits. Yes,
We're trying. We're trying, man. That's why we brought up EA today.
Dude, I'm telling you, when this stuff comes back, you're gonna be thankful. These super chats every week. I'm telling you, for manifestation. Will Capcom show a second trailer for RE9 at Gamescom, or will that be saved for an upcoming Capcom presentation or the Game Awards? I feel like the Game Awards, but who knows? I don't know what their marketing strategy is for that game. Like it feels weird because like we just had all these third-party events, but then it kind of feels like we do need to know more about third-party games. So
I think we just need a little gameplay trailer.
Yeah,
we need.
I mean, it's playable. It's playable there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
so
so-
because it's playable there, like it appearing at Opening Night Live wouldn't be surprising.
Absolutely.
You'd think we'd see a gameplay trailer before they actually let us play the game, right?
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
That's the only time you can really get the most bang for your buck out of a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, and they have media. So Gamescom from the 17th to the 19th has like media exclusive demos with NDAs and everything, separate from the main floor show. So a lot of media might have even gone hands on with it before we get to Opening Night Live. But it'll be, the fact that it's gonna be playable there just tells me that they're probably gonna show it.
Man, I always get so jealous at these events when outlets get to watch the behind closed doors trailer that doesn't come out
Me
to the
too.
public for like 6 months. I'm like, damn you. And they like describe the trailer. It opened up with a slow pan through the woods. I'm like, I want to see.
Same here, always.
Just show me. Yeah.
Yeah, give me that blurry Skyward Sword official art before the game's even revealed. Give it to me.
I loved that. The teaser concept art. I loved that so much.
Yeah, and then they have
And
then Nintendo's like, we can't stop the spread. Let's just put it out there. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why you
it's-
thought you could just show this to a bunch of media and it wasn't going to get out. What were you thinking?
I just love like the whole story around that, how that happened, and then like the fact that fans were able to look at them like, oh my gosh, is that character the Master Sword?
If people
which
want
is-
to know when Nintendo started being sticklers to media, it was that moment.
Yeah.
They someone in there broke, like they said, cell phones away. Someone in there broke the rule. So now Nintendo's like bitch asses to media. Think of how mad the media were today. Like, we can't get review units. Like, well, I don't fucking trust you as far as I can throw you.
Right.
Like, you guys have been breaking their trust for decades. They don't trust you. So it is what it is.
They gave you an inch and you took another mile.
And to be fair, it's not everyone. Obviously, they have good relationships with certain people in the media that have been consistently sticking to the NDAs and stuff. But let's see here. Demar Brawler says Capcom needs to port RE4 remake on Switch 2 and convert all the cloud versions to Switch 2 native versions. Easy money. Yeah.
Agreed.
Been saying it.
No one's gonna disagree with that. That
All the cloud games, all of them, not just Resident Evil, all the cloud games,
Facts.
Kingdom Hearts, all of them.
Super facts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Demonic Brawler. I missed this earlier. There's a rumor going around that Disney Plus is about to announce a live action series adaptation of Date Everything.
We can only hope.
Just right.
Keep that off my video games.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night needs to come to Switch 2, please.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
you guys know why it hasn't.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Demonic Brawler again said Netflix Tyler Perry's Matias beat him up. I'd play it. Fuck, gotta give it a try.
It's got to have original voice acting, though.
Oh, yep. Mr. Black was wondering, why we had to keep watching the tiny squares. We were just showing the companies on screen that we were talking about. So yeah, that was during the first topic. Skull and Bones with, what is that? Is that a banana?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even want to. I'm not translating that live. If you get it, you get it. Again, Demonic Brawler. He's on a roll, dude. Is he every super chat tonight? Pretty much. There's a handful more. Appreciate the support of the show, buddy. I predict the Super Mario 40th anniversary will be September 4th, and I think a new Super Mario amiibo will be announced. Possibly Mario riding a Yoshi.
Dude,
That's
a great one.
My birthday is September 5th. So if the day before my birthday we got an epic Mario 40th Direct, that would be the best birthday gift of all.
I hope
from
it's
Nintendo.
I hope it's Mario punching Yoshi in the back of the head with a tongue sticking out.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great. We should have that. It's iconic.
Or they show
You
the
should
double
get that.
jumper and
You
throw
should
'em
get
down
that
the pit.
tattoo.
Nah.
I'm good.
Okay. Demar Barlow said the amiibo is the amiibo is because I believe Super Mario Galaxy 2 remastered rumor. Not sure if it will be a standalone or a 3D All-Star Switch 2 edition as normal release, not a limited time event. Also, supposedly the movie is going to have Yoshi, right? So perfect timing, especially if they reveal like a trailer that same day for the movie.
Yep.
Double whammy to sell lots of those amiibos. Of course, I say this. They're going to be $40. The price of amiibo. It'll just
$40.
$1
for every anniversary.
There's a way to justify the price.
Dude, I just had such a weird idea. Yeah, but I think this would be so cool. I don't know that the majority of people would care, but you know how like a big thing in movies today, we've seen this both in movies and in video games, the after credits scene.
Yeah.
You know, it was really big in Metal Gear. One of the games I'm most hyped about for PAX this year is getting to see and go hands-on potentially with Onimusha. That was a big thing in the Onimusha games. And at the end of Onimusha 1, after you rolled credits, the extra scene, well, there was a scene that kind of teases the next game, but then it unlocked a trailer for the second game. Can you imagine if at the end of the Mario movie was a teaser trailer for the next mainline Mario game?
That would be sick.
How sick that would be. Because you know, anyone who's hardcore Nintendo fan, Switch owners are most likely gonna go see this movie. You do your quick after credits or mid credit scene, and then the final gift at the end of the movie is a teaser for the next Mario game. Man, that'd be so hype. People just losing their mind in the theater.
Dude, this would be sick if it's not known. Like even when you have like the red carpet rollout and like the media review time, like it's not in that version that they're reviewing. Like, it's literally not there, so it's not there until the public release. Oh, that would be sick.
They'd be so mad.
The media would be mad that they didn't know ahead of time, but the surprise for the public would just be sick. Everyone would be rushing because they want to see it in full quality, right? They don't want to see the phone videos of it.
Right.
No, they want to see that shit in full quality in person. So even more reason to rush to the movie theater. Yeah. And yeah. And I think Nintendo, if you want to be smart, you hold off on dropping that trailer online until I don't know, until you're ready for it to leave theaters. When the theatrical run's done.
What if they showed a teaser for Zelda?
Oh, don't do that.
I mean, you know, that's
don't do that.
That could happen too.
My feelings.
The mid-credit scene is the teaser for the next Mario game. Then the after credits scene is the Zelda movie trailer.
Oh yeah,
There
dude, that would be epic.
People would probably die.
Yeah, dude, I don't even
they'd have to call an ambulance.
Happened in the movie. I probably wouldn't even remember the movie at that point.
Right.
That'd be the ultimate Nintendo Direct.
I mean, look, as the Monopoly said, Nintendo is famous for dragging out anticipation.
Yep.
We had a new member come in, Gabe Wise, a shiny Pokemon Home. Thank you so much. Tager 610. Blue Stinger was developed by Climax Graphics.
Climactic.
Climaxing's fun.
Yeah, it says it was published by Sega in Japan and Activision in Western territories.
Banana.
Sorry, we haven't had like one like actually semi inappropriate joke the whole show. I had to get one in. And I couldn't help it. He set it up. It was like put on a tee for me. You know, it's what it is.
I didn't even see.
Michael Lorenz a second. Which N64 game is your favorite? Mine is Ocarina of Time. The game is so unforgettable, especially ending, even though Prime can't remember it. First off, bloop. Second off, what's your guys' favorite N64 game?
I can't pick one. There's three that are tied for first, and I don't know if this happens with you guys. Like on any given week or month, my mood, it might be a certain game. My three.
The moment.
Yeah, totally. This happens to me with Zelda. Like Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda, but when I think about like my number 2 spot, it can cycle between 3 games. But my top 3, they're kind of like the 3 first place games for 64 is Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Banjo-Kazooie. Those games, I played more of those on 64 than anything, and to this day, they're still 3 of my favorite games ever, easily.
All right.
My favorite non-Nintendo game would be a little bit harder, but I'd probably say ultimately it's probably Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Love Trilogy.
Yeah, amazing game.
No load times on 64. That's
You're
made
right.
it better than the PlayStation version.
But my favorite
Oh.
Nintendo N64 game, or my favorite N64 game of all time, is Majora's Mask. That's my favorite Zelda, period. There's nothing else like it. And that game actually taught me to go around to talk to everybody. You need to talk to everybody.
Not just everybody. You got to talk to the same person each hour of the day.
Yeah, make sure they're
day, just in
their
case
conversation
they
is
say
different.
something different
Yeah,
at 12 on the second day as opposed to 9 a.m. on the first day.
super facts.
Nice.
That game was so ahead of its time, man.
Wow.
It's very hard to come up with a list of 1, let alone 3, let alone 5, right? Because it's both Zeldas. But if I had to give you one, it'd be Ocarina of Time. You got Mario 64. You got Banjo, Way Race, GoldenEye, WCW versus NWO Revenge, or
Woo!
No Mercy. You know what I mean? Like you could just rapid fire. There's so
Star
many.
Fox
There's
64.
so many great games. Star Fox.
Yeah.
Even Snowboard Kids is badass. You know, like
Yeah.
shout that
Even
out for Eric.
Quest
but there's
64
many
is great.
games. Yeah, with Brian.
Yeah,
There's
so
so many
if you
great
were coming
games.
up for Eric, I was going to do it. I'm like, Eric, by the way, Eric's favorite N64 game, I'll just throw it out there. It's Mario 64. It's like his favorite game of all time.
Still so good.
But he would probably have thrown in second place Snowboard Kids.
Pilot Wings also.
Pilot
Wings. It's tough,
Yeah.
man. Like, I'll tell you what. This month, I was hoping it would happen before PAX. I don't think it's going to. I wrote 2 emails to Analog. Analog, if you're listening, please check your inbox. Don't get any replies, man. But I wrote 2 emails saying, hey, guys, look, I have a YouTube channel. I own all your products. I've reviewed them. Been buying your products since the Analog NT, your first Nintendo, the $500 Nintendo, back in 2015. I bought the N64 from you, the Analog 3D. All I'm asking is if you could send it early, like you do to the other content creators. I don't want it free. Just send it early so I can review it, so I can bring it to PAX and show it off to people. You know, help people see how cool your product is so you can sell more, right? No reply. It's just like easy money, bro. Easy, right? Point is, I want to play all this stuff on the Analog 3D. Like, I'm very excited to revisit all of this on the 3D, and obviously make a video and review the console for you guys whenever I get it.
Yeah, this is one if you do, this is one that I'm very curious about because I'm in the same boat that I'd love to revisit these games on that.
Well, I'll be reviewing it. I bought it. I pre-ordered it the moment it went up. It's coming out at the end of the month. It's probably going to be. I'm hoping it's here, or at least I have a tracking number when I'm flying home from PAX.
Sure. Yeah, N64 is so tough. Like there are some consoles that I can be like, oh yeah, that's my one, even though there's also a lot, but like this is my childhood. And so the childhood stuff is tough because there's so many games that I put so many different hours in for different reasons. Like the Zelda ones are obviously up there. Mario 64, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Conquer.
Hey, even the shirt I'm wearing
I
for the
forget,
25th anniversary, Paper Mario.
Yeah, Paper
Was
Mario.
there a Gauntlet on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
that's
fun.
right, dude. I used to love Gauntlet.
Midway killed it on the 64.
Mm-hmm.
I
Dude.
forgot Paper Mario. I don't know how. It's one of my favorite series.
Pilot win 64.
Wayne
Right.
Gretzky's
Hang
3D
Time.
hockey, I really liked. Blitz, Hang Time.
Blitz.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kobe had his
Stadium
game
as well,
on there,
and
too.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Vigilante
Courtside.
8.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't bring
Yeah.
this one up. Wave Race 64.
I did.
I know. I missed it. I got lost in the monologue.
1080 snowboarding.
Yeah. 1080.
Dream D 1 and 2.
1080.
Hey, here's a good one. Beetle Adventure Racing.
Mhm.
You guys
Yoshi
played that?
Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the multiple paths you
Nope.
could take. That was fun.
Play Fighters.
Yoshi Story back when the Yoshi games were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top Gear Rally was really fun on 64.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Shadows of the Empire was so good.
Shadows of the Empire, bro. That
That's the
ending.
game.
Dude, Rogue
That's the game.
Squadron. How did I not even mention
Yeah,
that?
Rogue
Dude,
Squadron
I
too,
played
yep.
the crap out of Rogue Squadron.
Shadows was $79.99 at Toys R Us. My mom asked me, "Are you sure you want to spend this much money on a video game?" It's like, Mom, you've seen me watch the VHS tape from Nintendo, the
Mhm.
N64 promotional tape. How many times have I rewound the Shadows of the Empire gameplay? Yes, I'm sure I want this. It's
Yeah.
going to be worth it. It's still up on the shelf. Original copy still up there. This is how games gain value over time. It's like, how many years have I had this game? But I think it came out in 96, so almost 30 years. It was worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So many good N64 games. But
Original.
I'm trying to say, even Blast Corps was good back then.
Dude, we
Yeah.
played so much Blast Corps. Rare, I mean, God, Rare just killed, dude.
Yeah.
I have
Tony
my
Hawk 1
original
and
Blast
2.
Corps up there too. Man,
I'm probably I'm just gonna go with Conquer. I'll go with that as the one that, like, if I think right now, like if I had to play N64, what's the one game I want to play? It's Conquer.
Mm.
It's Conquer. So I'm gonna go. But like I have so like this is literally my childhood, because you might get like for GameCube and stuff. I was in high school, and sure I played it, but not
Yeah.
nearly as much as the N64, because I was into women. You know, it is what it is. I had more of a
Yeah.
life, sports going on. You know,
What about Turok?
I was just going to say
Turok
Turok.
is great.
Turok was good too, right? They have 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Shadow
Turok 2 Seeds of
Man.
Evil.
Man,
They
Turok
used the
Rage
expansion
Wars.
pack. That was the first
Mhm.
game to use the expansion pack. Was Turok 2, not
Yeah.
DK. DK was the first one to require it. Turok 2 was the first one to use it. I get questioned on this a lot. I'm like, I lived it, bro. I know. I remember it perfectly.
Mhm.
Hey, here's another one. Legend of Mystical Ninja.
I
Oh,
love that game.
Goemon.
That intro
Yes.
song,
Love
dude.
Goemon.
Yeah.
That intro song was fire too.
Yeah.
If you play it, if you play it when we get off the stream, it'll play in
That's
your
one
head
that
for at
needs
least
Is
come to
that,
NSO.
At least a
Time out. Is that the dun 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 dun?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun? I made a beat off. Of
Yes.
That. And I was like, I had to.
It's so good.
That game needs to come to NSO, like bad.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should. It's
Hidden gem.
Konami, right?
Yeah.
Man, Konami's sitting on a gold mine of IP.
They really are.
Maybe they'll start with Goemon Pachinko machine.
Probably. We'll never
Maybe-
see it because it'll be another country.
A couple super chats with Hydro Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And
Good
Cruise
one.
Hydro
USA.
Thunder.
The Lake Pleasant level, is that, or no, Lake Powell,
Yeah.
where you go off that huge jump. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? So I owned Hydro Thunder on Dreamcast, and obviously the visual quality from 64 to Dreamcast was like, wow.
Yeah.
But dude, that game was so much fun in the arcade. And then Arctic Thunder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where
Arctic
the
Thunder.
With
wait, your
the-
face, remember that?
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Shit.
Taker 6 then wanted to remind us that he could never find a decent ROM of Beetle Racing.
Ah,
That's unfortunate.
it
Unfortunately,
is.
better go pick up the secondhand copy.
Or
Good luck.
pray to the NSO gods.
Yeah, pray to the NSO gods. Good luck with that.
EA, right? Was Beetle Adventure EA?
Might be.
Yes, I think so.
there's probably so many hurdles with that because of the Beetle licensing to
Right.
begin with.
Volkswagen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Horizon says, "Hey guys, do you plan on having Super Metal Dave or Rob from Rule of Two on the podcast when you guys do an episode focused on Metroid Prime 4 discussion?"
Rob will be tough.
Rob is tough.
Rob's always tough.
Yeah.
I've talked to him many a times to get him on the show. He always wants to, but he's just not.
He's
doesn't
so
have the time.
busy.
He's busy.
I've collaborated with Rob I think a few times now. Nicest dude ever. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's cool.
But I always try and be as accommodating as possible because he's busy.
Yeah. I've tried. I think I've gotten him on the channel twice as well. And I think the second one was the Metroid Dread impressions, or probably, I think either the first impressions or like our final review on the game. And I think that was like, it was like a day that turned into a week, that turned into a couple of weeks. And then it was like, after a month, it was like, all right, now we can do it. So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. And Super Metal Dave, I never know when he's gonna come on. He just kind of tells me when he wants to come on. Obviously, I'm assuming he's gonna want to come on for either the episode before the game comes out or the episode after. But you know, he'll have that opportunity to be there. But that's the thing, like sometimes you go for guests for like specific episodes. Like, you know, the closer we get to Legends EA, I gotta get Pokemon people on here, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's like I can't make them available. You just ask and you see what happens. But I knowing Dave, I know he's going to want to come on for an episode to go deep on Metroid Prime 4, either after it comes out or right before. But it's funny that Metroid Prime 4 is brought up because I guarantee we'll be talking about it next week. We have Reese Riley coming on next week.
Yeah.
Kiwi Talk.
That'd be fun.
So I guarantee we're talking Metroid. Got a feeling we might be trying to drill him for some info. Let's see what happens. As he interviews people from Retro, and he said he's done talking about the Metroid stuff on Twitter. You know why he said that? Because before he made that decision, he already committed to our podcast. So he didn't want to podcast because now we can't ask him any questions.
That's awesome.
He's like, no, I'm committed to your show, and he was talking to me. He's like, you've always treated me with the utmost respect, and how you report on my stuff, I really appreciate it. Like, I'm not lessening your show because I'm done with Twitter. I'm like, yeah, no, I get it.
I see people misreport his stuff all the time.
Yeah,
and he'll like retweet it, and I'm just shaking my head like.
And I did tell him, you drop anything on our show, it's gonna happen again. I'm just so you're aware. But the good news is I might be the first person to put the report out there. So at least the first person that covers it will do it right. Yeah.
To go back to the last question real quick, Beetle Adventure Racing, it was EA. It's Paradigm and EA Canada, published by Electronic Arts. Metacritic 90%. IGN 9.1 out of 10. Like, no joke. Beetle Adventure Racing,
it was great.
It's legit. Yeah, like people need to play this if they haven't played it.
Fantastic game.
Yeah.
Michael Lorenz came in to hit the streak on my side, so I'll just finish this beer off for you, buddy. Thank you so much for that. I was waiting this whole time. Like, okay, when am I going to finish it? Gotta wait. Warren Bowman DC says Blood Rain 1 and 2 remake plus Blood Rain 3 one day.
I know Blood Rain. I don't think it's the remake, but it's on the Switch. Yeah, they definitely need to get the second one out there.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Because the second one is really good. The first one is really good too. I definitely like the first one, but yeah, if they could do a remake of them instead of a remaster, I would definitely be down for that. And we need more vampire games, to be honest with you. I mean, besides Castlevania, obviously, but I feel like we need some more like playing as a vampire games.
We got a big one coming up. I don't know if it'll end up on Switch too. It kind of almost looks like a Witcher style.
Yeah,
game.
that the Dawn something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing as Blade, basically.
We got the new Bloodstained coming out
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Love those.
And the last super chat we have right here comes from Wheat Demand 07. Why isn't DK64 on NSO yet?
I don't know. That's an anomaly. I need it to be on there.
Maybe they're waiting for the movie. I have no idea. I don't.
They're
It's a
waiting
weird
for
one.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a hurdle. Like they can get it on there. They're waiting for something.
Yeah.
No, they need to do a physical release of it with a yellow cart.
For that
A
guy who
yellow
painted
Switch 2
his-
cart.
Because it's not like I know they're going with the whole like we're doing a soft reboot of Donkey Kong and who he is and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like they still can't do something like that, especially when they just dropped Donkey Kong Mario versus Donkey Kong last year.
Like rebooting stuff, like DK kind of just got. That doesn't mean the classic stuff doesn't exist. Still make money off of that. I mean, they kind of sort of did this with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and they're still going to remake and remaster old Zelda games. You know?
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a weird one.
So yeah, I think. I'm curious because we know it was a rare one, and we don't have a lot of rare games on N64 IP. I think just Banjo-Kazooie is that the only one? I'm trying to remember
And
now.
Tooie.
And Tooie.
Yeah.
Blast Corpse is on there.
Blast
and,
Corps.
And what's the other one that I kept
Jet
forgetting?
Force, Gemini.
Yeah,
Force.
that's on there too.
Yeah.
And Killer Instinct just came on there.
Is on there. GoldenEye's on there. For Dart.
Yeah.
Everything's on there except for what?
Just that.
Conquer.
Yep. Diddy
DK.
Kong right there.
Is Tooie on there?
Yeah, Tooie's on there.
Tooie's
That's
on there.
It's just the two, right?
And Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong.
That's it.
That'll be sick when that comes out.
Yeah, it needs to happen. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like we need this. They obviously have a plan for it. I'm assuming maybe even the same with Diddy Kong Racing. There could be some plans about this. Multiple different Mario things coming up, or multiple different movie stuff, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some sort of plan. Because again, we have all those other rare ones, so it's like we're gonna get.
Remember when they put that image out? Remember, and they had the games airbrushed out that you could see. There's more rare games coming.
Very poorly airbrushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they did that to let people like us know, like, hey, it's coming. We can't announce it right now.
Yep.
I'm excited for that one day. One day, man. I don't know if we'll ever get Conquer though.
Nintendo themselves with a leak.
Do you think we'll get Conquer ever on the mature app?
I don't know why not.
I felt like you created it for that. That was my hope, right?
Yeah,
Is that the mature app was for Conquer.
Yeah. I was like, when they made that app, I was like, oh, okay. So what you're telling me is you were holding back on M-rated because kids could access it, and you didn't have a way to block it in your parental app. So you created a separate app we can block. Oh, and then it just never happened.
Right.
Like
There's still time, folks.
I think it's gonna happen one day, to be clear. But I don't know. Like maybe it's one of those where they wait till everyone's given up on it, so then it has the bigger pop when it actually does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do that sometimes. So yeah, I think that I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think DK64 is not waiting for a pop. That one's just waiting for whatever plan they have for it. I think maybe distancing it a bit from Bonanza could be part of that.
Yeah.
Wait and see if it wins Game of the Year or something like that, which it probably won't win it, but nominated will be. I'll be very happy with that.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the last of the super chats. So thank you guys for all of that. We'll go around the room, let people know what we got going on, where they can find us. And then I'll give you. I already told you what one of the guests were last week, so when it gets to me, I'll tell you who the other guests are next week as well. Let's go to our guest, Sandstorm. What you got going on? Where can they find you?
All right. You guys can find me on Twitter at Sandstorm McD. Or you can also find me on the Sandstorm Show on YouTube. There, we talk about, well, realistically, we talk about all the companies, but, we're a lot more Nintendo centric. We just had a conversation about, Nintendo and Gamescom and everything. You can find the usual suspects over there. My co-host Geronimo, as well as Trey Vito. Shout outs to them. Shadow Fox shows up every now and then when he feels like, as well as Action Jack. So we have a great time. You can also find me on the Winging It podcast on Sundays at 7:00. Sandstorm Show, the Stormcasts are on Saturday at 7:00. Or you can find me on the Jill Juices Loose podcast on Mondays at 7:00. And that's all we're up to. We're just normal podcasts. But our podcast is every Saturday. So every Saturday at 7:00.
There you go. And you can catch him here, not next week, but the week after and the week after that.
Surprise.
Back to back. He'll be here. You'll be hearing from him soon around these parts. He's going to be, it's actually kind of crazy. You're going to be on our show before we go to PAX and then on the show when we get back from PAX. There we go.
Smart moves.
Yeah. All right. All right. GameBird.
Yeah, you guys can find me here on YouTube at GameBird Classic. You also can find me on Twitter at _birdmouth, flap at Prime. There we go.
Like on the Mighty Ducks, or what was that one where they all started doing this in the crowd?
Oh yeah.
Angels in the outfield.
Angels in the outfield.
That's what it was. Yeah, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, but you could also find me on Twitter at _birdmaster. I know there's been a drought, but I do have a bunch of projects planned. I have a video that I was tempted to mention these kind of predictions today in tonight's podcast, but I do want to save them for a video because I have a very interesting thought about what could be in the coming year or two on Nintendo Switch 2 that I'm excited to make, as well as a new collaborative series that I'm planning on the channel to do a video maybe once a month with a new guest every time, with Stashman being the first guest on this. I've also connected with Botox Games. He's reconfirmed that he's down to do a video with me on this as well as Sky Swords Alyssa. And I have a couple names pending for the show. I'm also working on an intro right now. That's what I've been working on this week for it. But the gist of the show is it's a video game show and tell. It's where we take items from our collection. I bring 3, the guest brings 3. We start with the guest. They show off an item, why it's important to them, or why what it means to them. It could be a game, could be a console, an accessory, a piece of merch, Nintendo focused, Nintendo related. We discuss it, have a back and forth. Then I show my first one. Then they show their rinse and repeat. You get the point. But it's meant to be a really just fun hangout, sharing your love for Nintendo and your history with Nintendo. The items don't have to be from the 80s or 90s. This could be, you could bring your Switch 2 if you want. Like you could bring anything and everything is game. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a trip down memory lane and just, a fun way to show your love and passion, and it'll be hanging out with friends, which is kind of like this podcast. So I think it's going to be really cool.
We had another super chat, and someone want to read this one. I can't see straight at the moment.
Jingo King go to see Jiggy Wiggy. Kazooie Jiggy who?
Dang, that's some Banjo Tooie ass shit right
there. There you go. All right, ThunderStash.
All right, so right after we get off the podcast, I have to go back to work on this review for a game that's coming out tomorrow. The embargo's tonight, so in 3 hours, I'm going to try and get it done before I go to bed. that's coming next. And then let's see. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. The game 20 years in the making. I'll be working on a review for that by Way Forward. Turbo Kid, still working on that. Still working on Shadow Labyrinth. That's it right now. I got sent a lot of figgies. I have a lot that just showed up in the mail.
Dude,
I think
I
like
envy you.
I think like 12. Yeah.
Dude, how do I get this figgies hookup? I'm serious.
Yeah,
I've bought more since my unboxing. I have the Wave 1 and Wave 2 of Metal Gear Solid. So those I've added to my collection.
Nice.
But, dude, I need in on this. I
know.
Talk to Alex all the time on the Figgies app. I've been making F4F content for it's how I started my channel, unboxing F4F stuff. So
I
put
should
in a good word, man.
Be like, hey, I'm gonna redecorate my set. It'd be cool if I had some figgies in it.
Dude, I've had I remember
Actually, it would be cool if I put some shells.
Not to take over last point. My very first YouTube video was a first 4 figures unboxing, and I remember Alex Davis commented on it, and I was just like so excited. I couldn't believe. I was like, holy shit, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know, I literally like, oh, I might as well start with an unboxing because I don't know what the hell I'm doing on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
that's what we did.
I need in on that.
That's one thing I remembered that you wanted to be in on it. So I know that they wanted to get the initial rollout done, like get things dialed in with the app, which I don't think they're there yet. But once they got everything dialed in, then he said we were going to ask you guys I forget what they call us, like the first people to be part of it. Then we're going to ask you guys who to refer. They're going to ask us first instead of obviously trying to go out and look for people. If we know of anyone, and obviously that's when I'll, bring you up. Whoever wants to do it that I know, but I know you for sure want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, ThunderStash Gaming. Yes, that's where you can find me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be really busy. I'm already starting to pack for PAX. The suitcases are out, and I'm just trying to get my body ready for it. You know what I mean? I'm really excited. We're going to be very busy at PAX. It's looking like we're going to have a lot to do.
Yeah, this PAX looks a lot bigger than the PAX East one. That's for sure.
Our
schedule is going to be pretty PAX. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm scared I'm gonna PAX out my credit card.
Oh,
there.
I'm afraid I might PAX out waiting in line.
I hope not.
I hope not too. All right, guys. God, more are coming to my head now. Stop, Nate. Look, I'm Nintendo Prime. You know what's up. We are a news channel. I don't know why I say we. It's me. I'm a news channel. Talk about news, rumors, leaks, all that stuff. If that's kind of your jam, we kind of do it on the show, but I just do it individually on my own every day, news and all that. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be cool. Or if you just like this podcast, hey, we all stream it every Wednesday. So pick your favorite chat, go on it, have a good time. PAX West is gonna be great. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the guests next week. So Mr. Robot Joe and Reese Riley. So Mr. Robot Joe, that's one of the other ones. Haven't had him on in a bit. Reese Riley, obviously, and then a newcomer via Sandstorm, Action Jack.
Yes, sir.
What's great for you two is that get used to Sandstorm and Action Jack because those back-to-back episodes are Sandstorm and Action Jack.
I gotta say, I love that username, Action Jack. It sounds like a 80s or 90s cartoon show, or something like that, or movie, or even a movie. I'm thinking of like Samurai Jack, Last Action Hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Action Jack.
Yeah,
sounds like those episodes are going to be action packed, right?
What is going on right now?
You mean action packed?
Oh yeah.
Throwback.
Very good.
Now the chat's getting in on the PAX jokes. I'm just okay. All right, guys.
Maximum fury. Sorry.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, that's episode 13 of the Nintenbyte Podcast. We'll be back same time next week. Oh my gosh. Do I even have the outro set up? No, I do not. Just give me a second here. It is this one. Yeah. All right, guys. You can also catch the podcast everywhere audio podcasts are heard. We also have the Clips channel. Eric's not here, so I got to bring that up. Clips channel to go check out, where you can see all of our segments in smaller, more digestible chunks. Of course, sometimes those chunks are ours, but that's more digestible than 4, right?
Right.
Right. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.